Hello, everyone, and welcome to Roll for Chaos, here with another episode of Hellriders, Descent to Avernus, with all these lovely individuals. Unfortunately, there's no Gwen today. Illnesses from traveling, but she will return as Willamy next time we play. I'm gonna go around to all these delightful, lovely beans as soon as I make sure not to destroy my cameras. And they're gonna give us a, hey, this is what my character was last thinking about. All of you that were here last time realized that we were in a crazy place. Shress's Caress. And a lot happened. That's good enough. It was a lot. So, as usual, we'll roll and see who goes first today. That's straight up somebody who's absolutely 100% prepared, I'm sure. Lol, you're up first. Oh, hold on just a moment. I'm having an audio issue with my players because I had to change up the way I used Discord. That's not there. So give me just a second to fix this. Woo! We're gonna go with that one. Okay, now say something.
Something.
There we go. There you all exist.
Something.
Woo!
Okay, so go right ahead, lol. What was Bennings thinking?
Bennings thought he needed to pay for a room really bad, and apparently the love of his life, Trina, isn't the best company to take to Shress's Caress with you. And unfortunately, Bennings had to really earn that money, and earn it he did. Bennings is a little worse for the wear. He'll be limping for the next, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours, but he'll get over it. And he earned a good sack of cash. So that's where Bennings is at. Also, he's liking his group so far.
Yeah. Bennings got to live a new life experience. Don't we all just describe to the idea of just new adventures? Trying different things. Working one night in a whorehouse. Don't we all ascribe to that? All right, moving right along. Whistler, go right ahead, Brian.
Hey everybody. So Whistel, the last time, I think the last thing that was on their mind was just trying to find everyone again. They finally got some good news. They finally got some good news when it came to information about what's going on in their family and whatnot. And they then were trying to figure out everything about the break-in. So it was just kind of like, okay, I have good news. I need to tell my friends. Got to find my friends. Where are the friends? And that's kind of like where they were at.
Mm-hmm. Lost something important. Want to find friends. Want to figure out what's going on in this crazy city. It's a good place to be, right? Ness, Shannon, your turn.
Hi, Shannon, Ness. I think I'm gonna have to emotionally unpack much less than Thelmaris will have to emotionally unpack the previous episode. But yeah, not really sure what's going on exactly. The humanization of Thelmaris is irritating. She's still not friends with them or anything. But I think mostly just have no idea what is going to happen next is where the brain is. But kind of becoming endeared of this group of people.
Well, sometimes cancers grow on you. I saw that response. I'm just saying hello to our chat for now. Hello, chat. Thank you for being here. For anybody that's out there watching the game. We'll move on from there to Valen. Clint, your turn.
Hi, I'm Clint, also known as Clint on Twitch, and I'm playing Balin. Well, after being traumatized by Ness's sausage cutting skills and having to deliver that, it was a good evening. We made some good tips, and Valen retired to his room, emotionally kind of still struggling with figuring out what he's going to do to save Darian. And I went to meditate to think upon said things.
Meditation in the evening, getting your rest on.
Because I don't sleep, bitches.
Because you don't sleep,
Sorry.
elves. Oh, jeez. It's fine. You can curse on the stream all you want. I won't fire you because I'm not your boss.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, I'm actually joking. Well, this is an adult
I am
stream.
fucking offended.
Just so everybody.
I am a fucking lady, and this disgusting language is unacceptable.
Like,
I'll just
you were at
beat
the last
myself out.
stream, right? More intense things happen.
That's true. If you are sensitive to various
Especially in that room.
topics, just be aware we might delve into some of them. Never too far, mind you. We don't like going too deep, but we will get there. So, speaking of getting there, Marquise and Phil, your turn.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marquise, sometimes known as Party Time Online. I'm playing Fulmaris, and that was an episode last time.
That was an episode.
Learning who the previous identity that we lived under. We might have a new identity now, maybe more than one. Who knows? But yeah, that meeting your shitty ex at your job is always a bad idea. Just avoid it, folks.
Yeah, you never want to have that awkward conversation, especially when you get pinned against a wall and nearly murdered by them. That's just the worst, All of us have that lived experience at one point or another, I'm sure. So, last time on the game, it basically all took place in either Sharessa's Caress or following was still around trying to figure out what had happened with the gemstone. Meeting up with their informant, Loreth, finding out that there are people buying these infernal gemstones for some nefarious purpose in the city. We had met an ex of Thulmaris's who was interested to know if Thul still had some of the capabilities that they held in the time that they were called Elian. Unfortunately, that didn't seem to be the case, so near murder ensued. However, Thul and Ness very quickly scared him off. Actually got some really great rolls, had just the right level of abilities at that particular moment to surprise him enough that he just was, I'm out, I'm backing off. Valen, of course, performed very well at cooking things for people. That gives you one inspiration. So on your character sheet, there's a little check mark under INSP that you have that is just yours. Other people have inspirations as well at various times. And of course, we still have 2 party inspiration remaining from our audience, our wonderful and loving audience who have watched us and taken care of us. Wistil, you are standing just outside of Sharessa's Caress. This is deep evening, so the events that Thulmaris and Ness have taken part in have already occurred. And in that moment, Willamy gets a message. And we'll be following up on that. We have a small scene where we see Willamy grab hold of her head, freak out a bit. There's a knock at her door. Some sort of figure comes to the door and says, "Hello, I mentioned I would like to have this conversation with you after the events of the evening had come to a close about my lord looking for your services." And then that scene just fades out, and we don't know what happened to Willamy at the moment, but we'll find out next time. And we move, at this point, to Valen's room. Valen, the day has been long. You have a lot of emotional turmoil in your head at this point in time, obviously. Not only have you gotten confirmation that the love of your life and the city that you have pledged yourself to and that you have vowed to protect forever still exist, but they are trapped. Somewhere in the hells. A ghost told you that, and they're notoriously reliable. As you sit yourself down on the edge of the bed, you look at some of the scuffs on yourself. Obviously, your armor protected you greatly from all of the combat you were in, but the stress and strain on your body is leaving you with a few aches and pains you have to kind of massage out a little bit. And you move into position to begin your meditation. It was a long, long fucking day, and you are ready for the evening. What is your first thought before you start to meditate? When this meditation occurs, you block out everything externally that you can to give yourself the time to heal and to find that peace within yourself that elves seek instead of sleeping.
Yeah, I think he would be thinking about the words that were sung to him from the elf still in the Elf Song Tavern, contemplating, trying to understand, what's the next move? How do we even figure out? How do we even get to the hells at this point, and what that's going to look like?
That's a hell of a question, huh? Definitely, I could see that sitting on your mind pretty heavily. It's like, now that I have this knowledge, what do I even do with it? Where do I go from here? How do I reconcile the idea that everyone's in danger that you've ever known, and right now you have no way to get to them to help or protect them?
Well, and I think too, obviously Darian being the forefront of my mind as a paladin, as someone that was serving, watching, taking care of the place, of the city that I was in, that also weighs upon me as well, right? So I'm thinking about the people that I had worked with and the people that I was protecting and all so forth.
Of course. So you move into your meditation pose. Do you lay down, or do you just like sit crisscross applesauce? What does your meditation pose look like?
I feel like he would like sit at the end of his
Sit
bed.
on the bed, arms up.
Well, not
Humming.
this, but just yeah. All of a sudden, the glow comes upon me, and I'm yeah.
Resting as best you can. And you've barely moved into your meditative state when something feels off. There's more of a tremor, like radiating through your mind, that's causing your body to feel unrestful. As you're sitting there, you like have one eye snap open, you look around the room. It feels like someone's there with you for a second, and then they're not. And then you blink your eyes closed again, and light begins streaming in through the window. You don't recognize that as Shress's Caress's window. This is a window you've seen 1,000 times before. Your window in Elturel, inside of your home. As you kind of turn confused, looking to the side, wondering what this is, you see Darian leaning over you. He's looking down at you lovingly. Good morning, sleepyhead. I couldn't bear the thought of the two of us being separated without an appropriate goodbye, so I made sure to wake up early. His bare chest is highlighted by the morning sun, just starting to peek over the horizon into the window. The beauty of Elturel behind him through the window, as the morning's crisp air just kind of floats through the room. This is right before you went on patrol. How do you react?
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I fully aware of what's happened so far, or is this like I'm in this flashback not knowing what's going on?
You're in a little bit of a dazed state at the moment. You're not sure what's going on. You're a bit confused. But you are caught up in this. It's like if you're in a dream and you're not quite sure it's a dream yet.
Yeah. Darian, is that you? Are you real?
Of course I'm real, and I'm me, silly. He leans down, gives you a kiss, and then rests his head on your chest. Oh, I know that things have been hard and times have been difficult recently, and I don't want to. I don't want to. The captain wants me stationed on street watch today. Kind of leans back and looks at you again on one arm as he's leaning across your bedspread. I was hoping we would get to do country patrol together. He's frowning, upset at the thought that it'd likely be 2 to 3 weeks before you even come back from patrol when you saw each other again. He sighs and brushes his hair out of his face, and then puts his hand on your cheek and says, well, let's not waste the day. We should get up. Maybe get breakfast down at Dala's. I know it's your favorite bakery, so I suppose I can suffer through it for you. He playfully gets up from bed and taps you on the head and begins to grab his overshirt and starts putting on his clothes. As he turns and pulls his breeches on, how do you react? You remember this morning now. It's coming clearer into your head. You went down, you had breakfast. He's not one to eat in the mornings typically, but he did it anyway for you.
What? Why would he eat? Everyone eats in the mornings.
Not everyone does.
That's
No,
fair.
they do.
Well, Darian, maybe I can have a talk with the commander, see if he's willing to let us go together on our rounds.
You know as well as I do, Commander Rytag is not someone who is going to listen to reason. He's stubbornly set on his action plans. I mean, if you want to talk to him, that's something that you can definitely do. But this is gonna suck, and it's going to be a while. But you know what? We've been through worse plenty of times before. It's just a few weeks, right? And I mean, I'll be safe here in the city, but you need to promise me you're going to be safe outside of it. I've heard there's some bandits patrolling the roads. They've been harassing some of the locals south of here. Please, just be careful, okay, Valen?
Well, with some of our new recruits, I'm fairly certain that we'll be able to take care of it. I always do.
I know you do. He leans down one more time and brings you in for another kiss. And then as you close your eyes and you rub your face for a second, you feel heat, an intense amount of it. And as you move your hand away, Darian's gone. Looking around you, you see that your residence is shattered. There's flame all up around the edges of the walls. You can see towers that are burning in the distance. You can see small imps flying in the red sky, ugly red and brown clouds above you, an angry sore on your eyes. Your ears begin to ring, and a pain begins to throb behind your eyes and your head. Looking around desperately, you don't see Darian anywhere. Your room is destroyed. The ashes of the bed underneath you feel kind of sticky and sooty and sandy all at once. How do you react?
Darian, where are you?
You stand up and kind of rush from your bed over to the edge of the broken sections of the house, looking down into the street below. From where you're at, you can see throngs of Elturians walking through the streets, chained and being led somewhere by a massive figure with two tattered giant wings and horns, obviously a devil or a demon of some kind. It's wielding a massive blackened iron axe. You can see Darian tied up in those streets, his head bowed, a massive series of lashes and wounds across his back and shoulders. Looking up, he seems to glance in your direction, towards your old home, and you can tell one of his eyes is a roomy white, completely blinded. You see and feel a deep darkness on his heart. As he stares at you, curious what sort of monstrous vision they've decided to give him this time, he shudders a few steps, and he's yanked forward by that demon with the chains, and the group begins walking away from you. You reach out, trying to see if you can get closer to him, if you can shout or anything, and your voice is rebounded to you. Your hand stuck as if a wall still stands before you. How do you currently react?
I think he would try to go to him. I mean, run to him if I can.
You start rushing in the direction of the door leading downstairs. And as you get over to the edge of it, the door won't move. You slam against it with your fist, the pounding kind of shaking the walls around you. No sound is made. Behind you, someone clears their throat. As you twist and turn around, in the flickering shadows of your bedchamber, a figure emerges. A devil limps from the shadows. The wings that he's carrying, torn, split. Armor that he's wearing, cracked and scorched. Despite his weakened state, there's a palpable aura of strength and determination about him. His eyes burn with an inner radiance. Some sort of will trapped behind them. Valen. Well, you know what? I have a device. Let's use a device to alter my voice slightly. That'll work, right?
Valen, noble paladin.
The devil's voice, though strained, retains some sort of depth.
I have come not as an enemy, but as one in desperate need of aid. I stand against the infernal agents that have brought this city here, and for this, I was punished, nearly destroyed. In my attempt to seek solace and healing this location in your world, I was thwarted. Now, I find myself trapped between realms, wounded, vulnerable.
He steps closer to you, revealing the extent of his injuries. You can see a vast array of scorched wounds and tears, his face nearly split in two as it kind of like pulls off the bone of his jaw. Though he's not bleeding, you're surprised with the extent of the injuries shown and how such a creature might even survive them.
I know of you, Valen. Your reputation precedes you, a beacon of light in dark times. It was the love of your life himself, Darian, your beloved, who spoke of your unwavering resolve and your strength. It is this strength that I seek now. The balance of all of these realms is at stake, and I, despite my very nature, have a role to play in maintaining it.
He pauses as he stares at you, his gaze piercing yet weary, as if burdened by the weight of his current state.
There are forces at work, Valen, that would see all realms plunged into chaos. The archdevil, Zariel. Her ambition knows no bounds, and her control over this realm, Avernus, tips the scale quite dangerously. I seek little. I do not seek to command you, but to warn you. The path you currently walk is fraught with peril, and allies are scarce. In this fractured state, I offer my knowledge, my experience in service to a common cause. You have but to reach out across the veil for aid, and I will grant it as I can to you. In order to call for me, you must hold two things. A ruby infused with an infernal essence, and a twisted band in the shape of a serpent.
And we've lost someone. Oh no. Well, everybody else can still be seen on screen except for Ness, so we'll continue with Valen for now. And I guess I can't be seen either. Oh no.
Where did we go?
Well, we have
who's the new DM. We gotta figure out who's the new DM.
Who's the new DM? All right. It looks like Shannon.
shoulder.
Oh, there, he's back. He's returned. Excellent.
Oh, it was me. We all win. Everybody gains all the inspiration. Oh.
Nope, too late.
Oh, so close.
All right, Valen. Right now, how do you react to this?
First, can I? Is there a way I can roll just to see if he's being fully truthful to me?
Absolutely. Give me an insight check.
That's not me. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, that's not me. Okay.
No, I have to roll for the demon or the devil rather.
I'm sorry. My brain's broken today.
Seems to be telling the truth to you.
Okay. I'm not one to work with devils. What is the sacrifice you seek?
Sacrifice? Oh. We would just enter into a contract of mutual agreement. You and I would abide by certain rules and limitations. That is all I wish. Within your realm, part of me stirs, is trapped there. You would have to but release it, and my power and assistance is yours.
This goes against everything I would ever think of doing as a paladin.
We all do things that we don't necessarily appreciate at times in order to overcome adversity and grand odds. You should know this, being a Hellrider. It's what your forebears had to do.
That's hard. Okay. Do I have any idea or thoughts of how this would affect Darian?
None at all.
Okay. Devil, would this affect Darian in any way?
Darian? Well, I can promise you that while I'm here, I can try to keep him more comfortable. Maybe he retains more than just one eye.
He wouldn't be out of this place?
I cannot carry him away from here, not without a pact that draws me into the mortal realms. But I can aid him here
I'll need to talk with my companions.
Of
I can't
course.
make this decision here.
I can appreciate that. Again, all you need, the ruby and the serpent copper band. We will speak again, in one way or another. By the way, you will need to call my name. You can call me Bell.
And with that, suddenly you like flash back into your body, sitting up on your bed.
He really is a funny girl, that Bill.
You didn't.
All right, so you awaken with a jerk, covered in cold sweat. The remnants of the haunting nightmare or vision, whatever it was, still clinging to your consciousness. With a heavy heart, you rise and stand from your bed, looking out the window nearby. Directly out the window of the Shressa's Caress, you can see that there's a small park, small glade, beautiful, vibrant, even under the moonlight. There's a peacefulness, a tranquility there that you really desire right now. Something about it calls to you, makes you feel like there's a comfort there that you would be missing right now. What do you do?
I'm going to take a walk outside, go and visit the park.
Okay. You head down the steps and you go out through the main foyer and head towards the exit of Shressa's Caress. You see the Mamselle standing at the door. She looks over to you as you come up. Oh, Valen, right?
Yes.
You are the second of your group to leave this evening. Will you be returning?
I guess that depends on where my companions are.
Oh, well, I mean, most of your companions are sleeping upstairs soundly, or at least preparing to sleep after tonight's strange events.
What strange events?
Oh, I'll leave that to Thelmaris to discuss with you. It was a personal meeting with someone he used to know. And your friend Willamie, she has left to go find a friend. She told me to let you all know, and I suppose I shall tell you as well, that not to worry, she will be back as soon as she can be. But there's something she needs to take care of today and someone she needs to protect. That's all
Okay.
she told me.
Yeah. Not surprised about Thelmaris. He is a shifty one.
All right. Well, if you return, I will leave the doors unlocked for at least another hour, okay? It is getting
Thank you.
rather late. All right, you head out the doors, and the cool night air kind of just washes over you. You can still hear the sounds of people talking, the occasional passerby moving down the streets. Even though it's as late as it is, the city never quite sleeps. It's big enough that there's operations occurring at all hours of the night. There's parties, there's events, and of course there is the underbelly of the city that keeps going. You are walking through the streets, and you turn a little bit, and you move over to where the park is located. Bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, casting long shadows across the sleeping flowers and reflective greenery, in the hours somewhat before dawn, you have a few hours left there, you find yourself just kind of lost in thought. What are those thoughts you're having as you're walking through the garden?
Well, I'm trying to think if I need to take this pact with this devil. As it seems like it might be the only current option I have. And although I think he's also wondering if this would break his oath, working with something that's not.
Well, to be fair, you haven't taken your oath yet. But
Or if it would break an oath that I could take.
I mean, making the decision before you take your oaths technically is a loophole, but
Okay.
and acting on
That's
them
fair.
later might still end up breaking your oaths if you act on some of the actions. But so you're sitting there wondering what the right choice is going to be. You're curious as to what a pact with this devil might entail, what benefit that might provide you, and if it's the only option to saving the love of your life, who was obviously in very bad state, where you had seen him. As you are wandering, a sudden presence stirs in the air around you. A gentle breeze kind of rustles through the leaves of the trees, carrying with it a faint scent of pine and earth. The wind kind of tosses these leaves and flowers around you somewhat. And without warning, a figure seems to just emerge from the darkness of the trees nearby. He's tall, slender, with limbs longer than those of an ordinary person should have. He's very much elven-looking, but thinner than usual. His features are youthful and serene. His eyes are bright, piercing green that seem to hold a great deal of wisdom for what appears to be his age. As he kind of moves towards you a little bit, he sits down a good distance away and kind of leans in with those hands on his lap and provides a gentle smile. There's a tranquility that kind of washes over you as he smiles. And in his eyes, there's just a glint, an understanding of the turmoil that maybe you're going through. I sense you are upset. A great deal of turmoil within your heart, sir. A darkness that is dwelling heavy on you. Forgive me for asking, but are you all right?
No, this journey that I've been on, I've lost so much love, so many people that I used to protect, gone. And I don't know how to help and fix it.
That sounds awful. To be caught in a place of helplessness such as yours, when those that you wish to protect are out of reach. You can see like tears well up at the corner of his eyes, kind of feeling the pain that you're feeling and the position that you're in. You have my empathy. I would love to aid in some way, to hear your troubles, to help you brainstorm, if you will, something that could help.
Yes, this feeling, this aura feels so familiar. Who are you?
I am no one. I am a creature of the earth, a creature of the land. I am the woods. I wish to aid you, but I must be certain that you are the correct person to provide this aid to. I can offer much, and I would like to see you reunited with your lost love. I'd love to see you champion your cause and help the people in danger. Do you hold within you the strength to follow oaths I present to you?
I've had doubts, but I know this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm a paladin. I'm supposed to protect people.
Give me an insight check. 12. This figure before you, you get the feeling that it's not just some mere magical being. It's something greater. Yes, I can see that you have the will. It is settled. He places his hands on the ground and then walks around to the side, touching the trees nearby. As he does so, the oaks kind of bend, and some of the trees themselves kind of dancing in the breeze. And they have twisting roots that rise up a plinth from the ground, spiraling like dirt out of the way. And on it, a single oak leaf just kind of drifts down and rests in the center of that plinth. Place your hand on the leaf, my son, with care, and hear my words. He waits for you.
I walk up and touch the leaf.
As you do so, a warm sensation moves through your arm, and the turmoil in your mind seems to draw back. It's still there, but it's not painful at the moment. Do you swear to kindle the light within yourself, to nurture the flame of hope and positivity, even in the darkest of times?
I do.
Will you shelter this light from harm? Will you protect the innocent and vulnerable from the darkness that threatens to engulf them?
With my heart, sword, and shield.
Do you vow to preserve your own light, to remain steadfast in your convictions and unwavering in your commitment to the causes of good?
With everything that I have.
He smiles at you. Finally, will you be the light to guide others, leading by example and inspiring others to follow the path of righteousness?
Yes.
As you agree to each oath with unwavering determination, a sense of peace just descends upon the entire park, suffusing the air with an ethereal glow. The wind stops. The moonlight seems to glow brighter in the areas around you. The figure smiles, and in his eyes you see the endless forest, the life force of the soil around you, the ageless world trees. And you know you are speaking to no mere mortal being. One word comes to mind: Sylvanus. The revelation that Sylvanus' avatar stands before you brings tears to your eyes and joy to your heart. With the final oath spoken, a wave of energy sweeps through the park, carrying with it a sense of profound transformation. The earth beneath your feet trembles slightly as if awakening from a deep slumber, and the surrounding trees seem to lean in closer, their branches reaching out in silent reverence towards you and the figure. Sylvanus smiles serenely, eyes sparkling with pride and approval. You have embraced the light, young paladin. You are now bound by sacred oaths of the Ancient Ones, entrusted with the power to safeguard the balance of nature and protect all that is good and pure in this world. Use it to save those that matter. Trust in your allies. Follow the path already before you, and do not bow to temptation, and you will rise victorious. Do not fear. Do you understand?
Yes. I do have a question.
Speak.
Bel, the devil, came to me and promised to aid me if I would help him. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, of course he would try to interfere. Bel used to be the ruler of Avernus before that title was stripped from him. Zariel now rules over that land. Bel has a vendetta and will attempt to retake Avernus, but is still a devil. You may be able to trust that he is intending on doing what he says, working with allies to fight back. But your soul will be damned if you follow him.
Damn.
Damn.
Thank you, Sylvanus.
He just kind of nods his head to you and just states, as he starts to fade into the wind and the trees nearby, "Go forth, return the lost lands from the hells. Be the light bringer to the darkness now consuming your people and your love. Never give up the light of hope." As he fades out, the forest kind of calms and quiets, and while some doubts still ring in your mind about the status of those existing with Elturel, or in Elturel, in Avernus, you find a bit of a newfound determination in yourself. You won't give up. From there, do you make your way back to Stress's Crest?
I think he would take a moment to kneel with his hand to his chest and kind of like, almost like he's taking a moment to pray in a sense, but to take in what he just experienced, to make sure to remember it, for it's going to be the thing that holds him together as he continues into this journey and making decisions that are going to be impactful, not just to him, but to everyone.
As he reaches over his chest and presses his hand there, a small oak leaf on a leather thong is under your hand. The symbol of Sylvanus is now sitting upon your chest as well. A little bit later, you make your way back over towards Stress's Caress, and as you are walking towards the front door, Wistelar is also approaching. You haven't seen Wistelar in a little bit of time, but how do the two of you react as you run into each other now?
Who sees who first? That's the question.
Who's got the higher perception?
Oh boy.
Roll off.
My perception is not great. Mine's only a +1. I don't have a wisdom of 12.
How do I see my wisdom by itself? Where's that at?
Go to your main.
Yeah, it's on your
Your
main
main
page.
tab.
You have 12 wisdom.
Oh, okay. And then I have a
So if you're
+3.
skilled, then
Yeah,
you're good. Yeah, then you beat me.
He beats you. The Valen sees you first.
Wistelar, it's been so long. How are you doing?
It's been one whole day.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Valen, oh my god. You would not believe the day I've had. Oh my god. You are in for it. Wait. Are you in the middle of a thing? Are you going back? Are you in something right now? Where's everyone else? Is everyone else good? Is everyone else in the middle of something? Is this like, I know it's late. Well, we never really, are you a night owl? Are you a morning person? Is this your time? Is this not your time?
Well, I'm an elf, so I don't necessarily
Fair,
sleep.
Fair.
But
Yeah.
no, I just had a remarkable meeting just over here in the woods.
Don't ask, don't tell. You can leave it.
Oh,
You're
not
in the
like
city.
that.
You're cutting loose. It's fine. You know, I get it. No judgment at all.
Well, let's just say I have a lot more dedication than I did before. But I am definitely.
Look at you getting out of the big city.
Valen's
I
glowing,
am
and now
proud of you.
has picked up a leaf on a leather strap.
Interesting. Well, very nice. I'm ecstatic for you. You've come a long way in just a short 24 hours. I think. Yes.
A lot has happened
So-
in the last 24 hours.
That's oh my god! I forgot to tell you.
Yes, tell me.
So my patron finally came back. I had some news.
Okay.
They said that that everyone is safe from our hometown. Everyone was fine. At least
Good.
I
What a
shouldn't say
relief.
everyone. I know they said that my family was fine, and I'm assuming that everyone else would be fine because my family is basically everywhere in that city or that town. So, but they said they're in the first layer of hell in Avernus. That some person with a couple of things managed to take the city and send it there. And we're looking more into it. But apparently, the thing that I had in my shop. Okay, someone, he was not that as salty as the saltiest of sea dogs. Horrible person. Do not interact with him. Ugh. But anyway, he came in, tried to get me to make a bunch of jewelry for like his wife and a bunch of mistresses. The dick. But anyway, I was gonna screw him, not that way, the other way. And I was like, he brought in this like magical ruby that apparently was like one of the rubies that like you could use to send it there. I don't know if that's connected or not, but anyway, it was stolen by some cult. I think it was the cult that maybe we were trying to like figure out, maybe in the shit sewer. But anyway, a lot's happened. Okay, I'm shoving this at you because it's been bottled up, and I need to unleash it somewhere because I'm gonna boil over. You know what I mean? So now you're caught up. Now we're both in this together, and I can breathe. Okay, so. Whew.
Well, twofold. I can confirm they are in Avernus. I had a vision of such. It's not pretty down there. But I made my oath, and I think we have some, divine power to help fight to get to Avernus to save people, so I'm super down to do that.
Well, I'm right there with you. I mean, I don't. Well, I mean, I have as much power as a genie in a bottle could give me, but I can do it for as much as I can in hell, wherever that gets me or wherever that doesn't get me. So, hey, that's awesome news. We should probably tell everyone if we already haven't told everyone. Does everyone else know this? Am I like Is this old information?
I think that people need to know what's going on.
Okay. I'm just making sure that I wasn't like the last in the loop, and I'm coming in and be like, "Hey, everybody, guess what I learned?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, we already know. This is like old news." I was like, "Oh boy." So,
Nope, this is new news for us.
okay, awesome. Okay, great. All right. So, we should probably. Well, you don't have to sleep, but I should probably sleep. Oh God, look at the hour. Oh boy, my scales are probably bags right now, but probably should find a room. Is everyone else up? Are you just the only one up? Is everyone else passed out?
It seems that Willami's gone for the evening, and I think other people are all sleeping. But let's get you up to your room. You look a little
Awesome.
tired.
I mean, I can just crash anywhere. Like I don't have to like need my own room or anything else like that. So, but yeah, let's do that. Definitely, let's do that. Maybe we'll just have a powwow in the morning, take care of a few things. Maybe figure out a way to get this like Ruby back. I have a little bit of a lead, not a great lead, but a little bit of a lead. So yeah, we have things, which is good, right? Before we had nothing, now we do, which is good news.
Okay. Well, you can use my bed in my room if you'd like.
Awesome. I would be extremely grateful, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't know if you paid for the room, but I'll happily split it with you.
It's okay. It's been paid for.
Okay, awesome. Even better. Wait, like, I'm not gonna ask. You know what? I don't need to know. It's fine.
Let's just say Ness cut some really poor sausages and I served them, and it was good enough.
Ness?
Oh, have you met our new person?
No.
Oh, that's right. Yes. We have a new shifty person. We have two shifty people, but it's fine.
Well,
They seem very helpful.
Let the least shifty person throw the first stone. You know what I mean? Like, who isn't shifty?
I'm not shifty. Sometimes.
Okay,
I mean, I
just
wasn't
swear an oath.
Yeah.
Like, you probably just swore an oath to like non-shiftiness, right?
Sure.
Roughly. Okay. Yeah. Let's just say you spend like more than like a minute in this town and you're shifty. You know, it's like in the air. You catch it like a bad cold. Like it's. But anyway, yes. Let me get to sleep, and then I guess you can do what you do until daybreak. I'm not sure.
Sounds good.
What do you normally do when you're just like killing time when the rest of the world is like off to sleep?
So we meditate. I will sit
Oh.
and I will be able to, think and mull over thoughts and heal my body and rest. It's like being in a chair and just relaxing.
That's very nice. I do something similar, but usually involves a bunch of bottles of wine, and then I forget all the thinking I did. But tomato, tomato. We all do it our own way. But okay, let's walk and talk. Walk and talk.
Okay.
So the two of you enter back in. The mamselle at the door kind of like nods over at your new friend, and you head up to your room. You sleep for the evening as best as you can. Valen just sits in the chair and meditates while Wistelar takes the bed. And we see I'm gonna have a small scene between Thul and Ness after the events of what has just occurred, because the two of you like left from that position and headed upstairs. As you go to Thul's room to drop him off, being protective in the moment, even though he's not your friend, Ness. What does the scene look like as the two of you are preparing to go to your own respective rooms and walk away from one another? Is it just a quick thing? Is it a little more of an emotionally connected thing? What does it look like?
I feel like it would be awkward and quick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah. This is. She has seen too much.
I've
And the
seen
fact-
too much.
And the fact that she's not dead is, like,
Mm-hmm.
very concerning.
So give me your little interaction before you both like immediately turn and go to your own rooms.
Um,
So, it would probably be best if we keep the finer details of what just happened between the two of us, I think. Yes?
yeah, I'm not sure I could quantify it. And, honor among thieves and That.
Yes, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, have a good night, and
Yeah. You good? you good?
are you genuinely asking, or are you just trying to fill air?
Can it be both?
I am as well as can be expected by the person who tried to sell me to a devil showing back up in my life.
Yeah. That's a lot. Do you need just like talk about it?
Ness is obviously uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, the most uncomfortable and so easily clocked. I will be. Things will be better when we can get El Terrell out of hell.
Yeah. Good night. Just if you not because anything with us has changed or whatever, but the guy took the dagger that I stole. So if you want help fucking the guy up, just for my own selfish wanting to fuck him up, not because I want to, like help you particularly, but just like let me know, and yeah, I want my dagger back.
Yes, it was a very lovely blade for the half second I saw it.
Yeah, I stole it off of the general guy who shit himself in the. There's sentimental
Value too, of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm,
a
mhm.
family heirloom, so to speak.
Probably, yeah, it could be. That was my plan, like for future.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Good night.
Good night. Sleep good. Bye.
Don't sleep, but yes, you do
Yeah,
sleep.
no.
Good night.
Meditate. Rest. Well, yeah. Just very quickly.
And then separates from that awkward situation. And the evening passes. Everybody gets a full rest. For what it's worth. Bennings, you slept the best of everyone there because your body was entirely exhausted. You wake up first. Everything kind of hurts. As you get up for the morning, go right ahead. What were you going to say?
No, it's just agreeing. Okay.
As you get up for the morning, you head downstairs. You can see that Shress's Crest is pretty much empty in the morning. Someone seems to be making some breakfast. It's not the chef from last night, but rather the morning one. There's just some eggs, some ham, some bread, and they're setting it out on the counter for anybody that had a room there. So they provide you some food. And as you go and you take a seat and then adjust, you can see the next person to come downstairs. I'm going to say Wistelar. You had the least crazy shit happen, so you come down the stairs next. So you see Wistel, who you haven't seen in a while, start moving down the stairwell.
Oh, God. Oh, that bed was stiff. Why are they always so stiff? For the stuff they do here, wouldn't it be more comfortable? God, you'd think they'd be broken in at least once. Fuck. God. Oh, who do I gotta sleep with to get a coffee? Oh, God. Oh my God, Beddings! Beddings, it's been forever! How are you? Look different. You look different. Are you? It's like you.
It's like I'm sitting funny.
No, well, I didn't want to say anything, but it looks like you kind of grew up overnight in a way. Like you look more...
I'm sitting on a pillow right now. Some things happened last night. I did not get taller. I'm just elevated slightly.
You just look more worldly since the last time I saw you. But
disillusionment will do that to a man.
Are you well, we don't have to say anything else. I'm glad you are okay, alive and well alive, and Phil, I have some news, but I guess we'll wait for the rest of the group. But I was glad I finally tracked you all down. I mean, I was looking all over the place for you all. But do you
Good
need like
on you.
do you need like a drink or something? Do you need like a
I've been drinking pretty heavily since last night. I don't think
Okay.
if more booze would do anything. No, I'm about as sauced as you can get at the moment.
Understood?
Did,
Yep,
did you
that's
know that
probably good.
ladies? Never mind. Um,
Oh, you poor sweet thing. And I think it's just a lot of that until other people show up.
We see Ness and Balin come down the stairs at roughly the same time.
Oh, are you the?
Good morning.
Are you the aforementioned Ness I've heard so much about?
Yes, and you are.
I'm Whistler. My friends call me Whistel, so you can call me Whistel. Everyone's my friend.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Just a second.
Huh?
You're
Yeah.
Whistler, like the Whistler, like jewelry, like you make jewelry.
Oh yeah, I make jewelry. I made these. I made my rings. I made my bracelets.
Oh my god,
yeah,
I'm such a
I
huge fan
stuff.
of your work. I have stolen so many of your things. I'm not from you, of course, like from other people who bought them.
Okay.
I haven't
Well,
actually stolen anything from you
I
because, like,
sell
I just think
shit
you're
to the
amazing.
worst people. Fuck them.
Oh,
Take it,
fuck
it's better
them
on you.
so hard.
Yeah,
Yes,
dear,
yes.
It looks gorgeous on you. Come
Oh,
to
thank you.
my
I-
store. I will deck you out. You will be my magnum opus. It'll be amazing.
I don't actually, I mean, that would be amazing. I don't think I've ever owned jewelry that was just like given to me before. So that, I mean, that, or that I bought myself. I'm
Well,
not
I treat
assuming
my
that you
friends
would
very
just, like,
well. But
Oh,
I
what
screw over the other people so I can treat my favorite people much better. That's just how the business works.
that makes total sense. And then
Oh, yeah.
realizing the fangirl mode she is in with other people around, come back. I'm
It's really okay. I have the effect on people. It's fine. You know.
you just a big fan of your work in a
Oh,
mature
absolutely.
and reasonable way.
I'm a big fan of my big fan, so we're all good here. It's perfectly fine.
Oh, wow. You didn't tell me you guys
Oh,
were like
well-
traveling with a famous person.
Oh, you just stop it. It's just.
I
mean,
didn't
go
know
on,
that he
but
was famous.
Stop it.
It's like the family is the
I-
best jewel crafters in the entire like,
locally
I'm
world.
not
famous.
from here,
Not
Ness.
locally,
Locally.
famous, like all the way, like
The
everywhere.
Hezraya,
well,
you've never asked
It's
Whistler's
a pleasure
last
to meet you.
Valen, you've never asked Whistler's last name, but the Hezrayas are the premier jewel crafters in El Terrell.
Oh, okay. Wow, I had no idea who you were. It's a pleasure to meet you officially like this, yes.
Oh, of course. I try to let my reputation, come before me, but we had some stuff going on. I learned my entire family might be dead. It was a day, so I'm much better now knowing that they're all alive, at least in some way. They're all in hell, which isn't good, but at least they're living. So that's. I don't really know where this falls on the scales of balance. So.
So, as they're
We
having
both-
this,
Yes, we have plenty of to share. Maybe we should wait till Fulmaris gets here.
as you are awakening in the morning, you are thrown off a bit after coming out of your meditation. You have gone to have to readjust some of your cosmetics, and for some reason, the mark on your neck keeps showing up even when you're covering it.
I hate when that happens
Hmm.
after nights like that.
Me? I'm trying to make sure.
No, Thulmaris.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
I know you have a mark on your neck, Clint, and that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about.
Oh,
It's not a hickey. No one's been on my neck.
You
I
swore
think,
an oath in the woods.
Sure did.
yeah, I think Thulmars will probably just tie like a scarf around his neck.
Mhm.
And as it goes on, just like that facial change happens of just like the broody inferno to Fulmaris, who is a lot lighter in demeanor. Well, let's go to a bathhouse then.
You head down the stairs, still a little bit weaker than you probably want to be because your rest kept being interrupted by the thoughts of Valerian and of the statements that occurred, and the worry that maybe he would return in your sleep or while everybody was resting. Who knew what was going to happen? He's a vindictive individual. You're aware of that. But the night seems to have passed. And as you step down the stairs, you can see everybody sitting around the table having breakfast.
Fulmars will just walk over and grab something to drink, water, not like the actual alcohol this early. But we'll turn to Valen. Hellrider, does the name Elian Lightward mean anything to you?
Give me a history check.
Let me find it.
Oh,
Nice.
Tell me what I know, Tyson. Tell me what I know.
Elian Lightward was the eldest son of Gideon Lightward, one of the premier priests of Lethander in Elturel. Gideon Lightward had a prestigious position right underneath the High Overseer, so technically he was like the third in charge of the city.
Yes, I'm fully aware of this person.
If you're fully aware, then you might... Something happened to Elian a few years ago, and I believe that the reason El Terrell is missing is because of something that he did.
Elian was cast into disregard. The Hellriders themselves had a warrant out for his arrest because at the time that you had heard about him, he had been dabbling in the infernal arts. He had cast a negative name on the Lightward family and was running with a bad crowd.
Well, where is this man now?
Dead.
Ness coughs on her breakfast.
Dead. At least.
Dead from
presumably
what?
So. Certainly no one's heard from him in many years, and all I know is I was visited last night by someone who was looking for him. Someone who confirmed that it was Elian's magic, spell, ritual, something that was used to drag that city into Avernus and is about to be used to drag Baldur's Gate into Avernus next.
Well, I was also visited in a way last night. And it seems as though the devil by the name of Bell is requiring our help to get Avernus back in hopes to help us get what we need. Yeah.
Does the name Bell ring any bells?
Roll, gosh, what would this be? A faith? What am I
Religion?
thinking? Religion. Give me a religion check to anybody who wants to, because you're all sitting at the table together.
Oh!
That is a 5.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see what y'all know about
Big 6.
Bell.
No,
Draw
nothing.
six.
There's a
Nothing.
6, there's a 6, there's an 11.
It was on an 18 and then went to a 2.
That's true. How about you, farm boy? You want to roll as well?
Roll a d20.
Yeah, your religion's a +2, Bennings. If you want to roll and add 2 to it, you could see what you know.
Or Tyson, if
Okay.
you...
Here goes the roll.
Oh, I thought you said you had dice. So, okay, I'll roll
Well,
for you.
I have dice. I was told not to use them.
No, you could go right ahead. If that was
Tyson
just
pushed
a-
the freaking button
I'm
on his
pushing the
sheet.
button. Holy crap! You got a
Hey!
There you
21.
go. Someone knows.
There you go. The sass
What do we
helps.
get?
That's such a good roll.
Bennings, why do you know about demons?
Ah,
night-
well, Mama always said, keep your friends close and your demons closer.
All right, Bennings. What you know is that Bel was an archdevil of the Nine Hells who acted as the Archduke of Avernus. He was the ruler of Avernus.
Yep.
That's what you know about him. You know that he's huge, he's dangerous, he's known as incredibly crafty. He was a military genius, and
It's all coming back. Yeah.
he was a special in misdirection and tactics. He took the slow and methodical route to all of his desires, all of his, you know, all decisions made basically. So
Y'all getting played. Don't make deals with demons, kids. It's bad.
I have
Yes.
also might have left out that I took an oath last night with Sylvanus.
Ooh, so
Well, that's dumb.
ugh.
What do you mean, ugh?
Oh, like, how do you be neutral in this world? How is like do you? I don't know. It's fine. Sorry. Congratulations! That is so exciting for you, and you've taken your oath. It's a huge step towards your future.
What I was going to say before you interrupted me was that Sylvanus also explained that although his intentions of helping are there, I would have to sacrifice quite a bit on my own in order to summon him and help him.
Does anyone else see very little difference between the choice given by the devil and the choice given by the god?
No.
In my limited experience, the extraplanar don't really vary all that much. They are unexplainable and, by our mortal standards, quite cruel.
Phil Morris,
Well, that
I need you to give me a will saving throw.
Son of a bitch! Oh boy.
Here we go.
Thanks for the sub and the biddies, Dr. Dre Slay.
Hey, 19.
Okay. So your mind is racked with psychic energies from your latent cut off memories. And while the pain is intense, it is manageable. But you remember hearing Valerian discussing with you that if we could just but bring his lord into this world, Bel could heal. Something to do with your summoning also had to do with Bel. Now give me an insight roll.
Sure. Oh boy. This one I don't wanna fail. Don't fuck up.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Critical success. In that moment, when the memory comes back, that you were working at trying to pull Bel into the physical realm, you know that the ritual went a good portion of the way, but was interrupted and dropped. And you have an image of a demon rising out, tearing at your eyes, grabbing hold of your throat, before being dramatically drawn back towards its portal, but not before passing through Valerian. The demonic entity you saw behind his eyes is a portion of Bel's soul trapped inside of his body.
I'm sorry, could you just restate that in a summary there, Tyson?
During a botched summoning of the devil, part of Bel was trapped inside of Valerian, Thul's ex. That entity was inside of this place last night and probably felt the weakened states of those around. That entity likely had reached out to your allies and found Valen as the only one available at the time to send a vision to. You're not sure that anything that Valen saw was real from the devil.
But wait, didn't I like try to like see if he was like lying to me?
Yeah, and you rolled way poorer than him.
Oh.
A defender wins anyway. I think it was both 16.
It was, but I didn't have my addition. He has a plus
Yeah, no,
12.
it was 16 on the die, not with the modifier.
Ooh,
He has a plus
okay.
12.
So as far as you know,
Yeah.
intelligence.
Like I go over to Valen. Do you have your armor on right now?
I think he would have put it on by now. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, he eats breakfast in his armor.
I'm a paladin. Like my I'm prepared all the time.
So like Thalmars like comes up behind you, like massages your neck a bit, and very like alluringly whispers in Elvish. Did Bell, how do I say this? Did Bell give you any means of continuing contacting him? He's asking like a legitimate like interrogation question, but he's leaning into this a little too hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I respond in Elvish. He did. He let me know that I would need to have one of these rubies and a serpent's band.
A coiled copper serpent band.
Okay. And then to use his name to summon him.
That is part of the ritual you used to summon Bell originally.
But I will tell you, Sylvanus, I trust him. He doesn't seem to think this is a good idea.
It's like two things happen at once. Like you feel like Thalmaris' fingers twitch and stop for moments as you describe the ritual. And I think probably in that same moment, what of the five senses, which is the strongest for Valen?
What do you think, Valen?
That's a great question. I think he'd be pretty like, I don't know. What you're saying, like smell, sight, hearing.
Taste, touch, hearing, sight, and sound. And smell. Yes, not sound.
I would probably say touch.
Where
sight.
his fingers kind of touched, you kind of get like a lingering echo of that same hellfire that Bell showed you, brought you to. I don't know. As Thalmaris just kind of pulls away, and there's just like a hitch in his voice. Well, it would be wise then to not contact him if that is the case.
I would agree, but something tells me there's a little more you're leaving out.
A man visited last night. Does the name Valerian Stormclaw mean anything to you?
I need a roll.
Give me a history roll. Let's see if you recognize that. This is a difficult roll.
It is,
No.
as such, a difficult roll.
You don't recognize
No.
that specific name.
It does not sound familiar.
Well, he was a accomplice with Ellie and Lightward. And I have a feeling he is serving that devil.
We still
So-
speaking in Elvish?
Yes, still speaking in Elvish.
Okay.
Who else speaks Elvish in this room at the moment? I know that Bennings doesn't.
No one.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else.
I'm reading the situation.
Oh, damn.
Probably very
You
incorrectly.
James is just real focused on his pile of eggs.
Oh,
You just
fuck.
hear people talking around him.
Hey, we're still just sitting there eating and just pretending that they're not listening to the two of you.
It's very obvious. When Wistow isn't talking, it's very obvious.
That's true.
Omaris, what you just shared with me, seems as if it was almost you.
My name is Thulmaris. My name is not Elian Lightward.
I would have to say to you, Valen, this does not require a roll, because Thulmaris is telling the truth.
Seems there are secrets still left untold.
Everyone has secrets, dear. But there are ill times that we've all gone through, and they are not pertinent to today's mission, which is getting us... We're trying to get the Infernal Ruby, right? That's what we were next trying to go do? Is that what the case was?
That's the thing that Whistle is trying to do. You are either trying to find a ruby and band that can get you into the secret door that was located just outside the Basilisk Gate, or go to the bathhouse, which seems to have cult activity involved in it somehow. The bathhouse is probably the easier of the two to start.
We have a cult to deal with on this day, and that will get us one step closer to your beloved. You're 200 years old, my dear. I can't have you dying a virgin.
No one ever said I was a virgin, thank you very much.
But you're a knight. There's no vow of chastity.
Tyson, help me. Does that actually
No.
There is no vow of chastity in El Terrell's
Okay.
I also feel like Ness caught
Sorry,
just a little part of
Thulmaris.
that.
Yes.
I'm very well informed in the bedroom. Thank you very much.
Oh my.
With
goodness.
the latest conversation, Wistow was literally mid-bite, just
It's like clocks it now and just says in Elvish, I take it that you caught that, Master Whistle?
So anyway, there was this robbery at my store. Oh, were you two talking? I wasn't even aware of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt at all. At all. Good for you, Valen. I figured, but good for you.
Did Daddy tell you anything?
Yes, he did. Okay, I have information. So, well, Valen and I talked last night. We managed to bump into each other. He
What
was coming back
language
from
are
his-
we speaking now?
In common.
Now they're in common.
Yeah. We're still was doing all of that in common to try and play it off, and he's like, the game's over, it's fine. But so I bumped into Valen after his rendezvous in the woods with his But so a couple things. Number one, so my patron, Casal the Extravagant, in case anyone is needed to know, he came back to me. He said, everyone that was in Etrel they're fine. They're okay, at least what he told me as of yesterday. Yesterday. But they all are in the first layer of hell in Avernus. Somehow someone just took the city or the town and just shot it over there or under there. I don't really know. I'm assuming it's down. Is it on another plane? I don't know. I don't really do these things. But they're good. And there was a bunch of people who apparently did this big giant ritual with these giant, like, infernal, devilish ruby things. Did this whole big ritual, sent it down, and apparently I had one in my store, didn't realize what it was. Someone broke in, stole it, and I apologize for overhearing, but it sounded like you all were talking about a bathhouse. Well, I have a lead that the person who took my gem is in a bathhouse, or working in a bathhouse up by the Black Gate. So I'm assuming this might have some overlap, some cosmic overlap that just happened to bring all paths together. But I feel like this makes the most sense to try to tackle, because if we can get that, we can figure out a way, maybe a way down, and then we can, I guess try to get down to Avernus, try to get down to where we need to go. With anything else?
I think that sounds wise by my standards.
I agree, although I just want to be clear. I have no intentions of working with this devil.
Okay.
I would never ask you to.
Devil? Question mark. Ruby? Question mark. Bathhouse. I really need to learn Elvish.
I got the ruby part, as far as I'm aware. There are these demonic, like demon or devil, like rubies that are filled with demon devil magic or something.
Infernal.
Oh, an
Devil.
infernal ruby.
Infernal rubies.
That one. Yes,
Okay.
one of those.
Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
those. They go for a lot of money, but I've never seen one.
So the
I
devil
had
that
one.
wants to work with me wants me to use that with a serpent's band and to call his name, to work with him, to make a pact with him. And if I do that, my soul will be damned.
Well, that's the whole devil thing is kind of
Yes.
22. When you say a serpent band, like a band that a serpent would wear, or a band that is of the shape of a serpent?
I would assume it would be in the shape of a serpent, coiled.
Is that,
Is
ring
that
a bell
correct?
at all?
Yes, that's correct.
I don't know any. I mean, I know a lot about jewelry and shit. Any idea? Have
This
a lead
guy
on the
does.
serpent?
A
They
serpent
do.
banded. Well, to be perfectly fair, you've seen a lot of different variations on serpents coiled around someone's finger before in a variety.
I know
of
they were
different
like
styles.
so 5 years ago. Everybody was wearing them. Every Brittany and Jessica just rocked them the whole time. I don't know.
And being made out of copper, it's not hard to think that if someone's trying to get one, they're going to be able to get one.
I would not like copper, right?
No, not
How
really.
are infernal rubies created?
Give me a religion check.
Also, I didn't mean to step on Whistler's toes. Does Whistler know about any super magic? Because magic-y jewelry, right?
20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
They know some.
So, infernal magic has to be infused into the ruby in a ritual of its own. Typically, this is done in a summoning circle or on one of the planes. You've heard rumor that there's something called soul coins, and that those are infused directly and basically pushed or shoved into a ruby in a way that causes them to gain this energy. Rubies themselves are commonly used as the material component in summoning devils and demons.
Well, anything we should grab before we head to...
The bathhouse.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I want to open the mysterious pouch on my that I was given last night.
Okay. You reach to the pouch and you go to open it. You grab a hold of the little leather thongs, you pull, and a piercing sensation rips across your fingertips as you take 1 point of damage and 1 coin comes out. You have 1 gold coin now, and you have 1 point of damage. There are more coins in the bag.
Ouch. Oh, you... That's the last time I ever see that man again.
Those numbers.
Can I roll an insight on that to see if I know what that baggie is?
Yes, we'll let you roll an insight.
You'll let me? That's so nice
Yeah,
of
because
you.
normally this would be an Arcana check, but because of your background, you might have run into something like this before. And we got ourselves a...
Nope.
Nope.
I don't know. Why did your finger go owie when you opened the baggie?
Just went out.
After having a rather arduous encounter with someone, unfortunately I took one last customer before ending my shift. And it was
Seriously?
it wasn't so well for them. So this was their payment. A pouch where if I want to get the gold, I have to hurt myself.
Anybody that would like to look at what that pouch is, give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
No. Bennings, if you would like to roll, let me know. Your Arcana
I'm blind as a bat.
Damn! How many things gonna roll once?
Oh,
I got a
nobody's...
17.
What is Benny's rolling for? I'm opening a bag.
You're trying to see if you know what this magic bag is that seems to have hurt.
Wait, you think Benny's would know
I mean, you could roll.
That's
why
if
we
you want.
roll.
This is why I'm asking
All
you
right,
if
all
you
right,
even
here we
want
go.
to check.
Ready, Tyson, ready?
Excellent. There you go. You got a 17. So with the
Doc, I'm better when
17,
you roll for me.
Bennings, this
I also got a
is
17.
a
Whistler got 17. You didn't hear him.
this is a Whistler got a 17. Okay, so the two of you.
Yeah, because
then.
I have guidance.
Right. The two of you have recognized this as basically a gifter's avarice bag. This is a cursed item that will not allow you to get rid of it until you've removed all the coins from within. And you get injured every time you grab a coin. The downside is the longer this thing stays on your person, the more coins that seem to grow inside of it, and the greater the damage you start to take as you pull those coins out.
Oh,
So that's fun.
It's also a cursed item, which means you can't get rid of it
uh-huh.
until the curse has been
Love that
broken.
for me.
Do I have
Love
any
that for
magic
me.
to like dispel anything?
You do not have a dispel
not-
magic spell.
Not at your level. No.
Yeah.
Bummer.
What was that, Whistler? I heard meta. What?
I
So-
said not at their level.
So everybody finishes their breakfast. They gather their things, and you head out into the streets, moving towards the High Court District, over towards the Black Gate, where you might find yourselves outside of a little bathhouse. As you're walking through the streets, you see the general population going to and fro in their business, but the fist begins to stop everyone as everybody gathers. To the west of you is Sorcerer's Sundries, and there seems to be fireworks going off in the sky at the moment. And as you kind of look up and view them, one of the fist members just says, "Oh, it's about time. I guess they're going to start this thing. Let's see what she's got to say." And some of them just kind of turn and look, like everybody turns on the street and looks up there. Projected above Sorcerer's Sundries is a large image of a few noble individuals, one of them being Thalamra Van Thapor. So, her voice begins to ring out magically across the city, centered above the tower. "People of Baldur's Gate, I stand before you in a time of turmoil and uncertainty. Our beloved city, once a beacon of prosperity and order, now teeters on the brink of chaos. The absence of Grand Duke Older Ravengard has left a void that has been filled with a darkness in the heart of the city. Murders run rampant, and no one feels safe. The Flaming Fist, charged with the protection of our streets, has faltered, their ranks plagued by incompetence and corruption. But fear not, for I and the other dukes offer you a solution born from necessity, for the desire to reclaim our city and restore its former glory. I propose the formation of a new defense force, one built not on the crumbling foundations of the Flaming Fist, but on the unwavering unity of Baldur's Gate itself. We shall call them the Steel Watch, armored against the evils that attempt to plague the city. Knights and soldiers born here, raised in Baldur's Gate, ready to protect their homes, with a little Gondian support in the form of weaponry and armor. I and the other dukes will be throwing our all into backing and support for this new defense force, which will oversee Fist operations henceforth. Each citizen of Baldur's Gate that wishes to remain here will need to agree to just a few simple oaths to the city, and the reward will be a general basic income of 10 gold pieces per month for every man, woman, and child that lays their hand on this book and swears the oath. You will be protected. You will be safe. You can be confident that you are protected by the people of Baldur's Gate for Baldur's Gate. And outsider mercenaries shall no longer beat an old lady in the street while murders go unsolved.
That was
Together,
the fist.
we shall forge a pact, a covenant between every citizen of this great city. 4 oaths, binding us in purpose and resolve, ensuring that never again shall chaos reign within our walls. The first oath, we swear to uphold the laws of Baldur's Gate, to respect the authority of our leaders, and to work tirelessly for the betterment of our community. The second oath, we pledge to stand united against all threats to our city, be they from within or without, to defend Baldur's Gate with our lives if need be. The third oath, we vow to root out corruption wherever it may hide, to hold ourselves and our fellow citizens accountable for our actions, and to strive for justice and fairness in all things. And finally, the fourth oath, we commit to fostering a spirit of cooperation and collaboration, to set aside our differences and work together for the greater good of Baldur's Gate. These oaths shall serve as the foundation upon which we build our new way of life, a force forged not just of steel and stone, but the indomitable spirit of the people of Baldur's Gate. Together, we shall reclaim our city from the darknesses that threaten to consume it, and together we shall emerge stronger and more united than ever before. To formalize this unity, I have in my possession this tome of the Creed of Baldur's Gate, designed to write the names of each citizen within that verbalizes these oaths in its presence. In a few short days, we shall gather for a ceremony to solidify this new unity and mark the new dawn of this new era for our beloved city. Join me, citizens, in this noble endeavor. Let us rise above the chaos and fear that grips our streets, and let us forge a brighter future for generations to come. Thank you. And she kind of fades out.
Is she like walking away, or is this like a projection?
It's a projection that's floating in the sky above the Sorcerer's Sundry's tower.
So it's not like
is she...
there.
Oh, please.
Go on. I was gonna say, like, it's not like we can like be like. There's no form of like interaction. This is just kind of like
it's just
TV
a broadcast.
Screen, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Like a blimp in the sky.
Yeah.
Is she full of shit?
You roll insight, I suppose. She was reading, so.
I also want to, like, while that whole thing was going on, looking around the crowd and just kind of reading people's faces.
Okay. People's faces,
24.
some are incredulous, some are interested and invested in the idea. You hear some people that are murmuring about how awful it's been under the fist. With your insight, remember that you get a minimum of an 8 when you roll to read people because of your class, your subclass.
That's right!
So you actually
So
have
mad about the
17
one.
right there. So you believe that people have been scared into a position where many of them are looking for anything that makes things better. And this might be what they're looking for. Okay, Wistelar and Tholmaris, the two of you take a reading on the giant face in the sky, and you get a couple of different opinions about it. One, a lot of this is political nonsense. Wistelar, you recognize many people have offered solutions to things before without actually saying anything. This is a bunch of words that is just being used to get people to agree to something without actually putting forward any action other than replacing a military force with another military force. Tholmaris, your mind sits a little heavier on the oath being placed on the book. A book of oaths was used in Elturel. Every man, woman, and child had to sign their names into it as soon as they came of the appropriate age to promise to protect Elturel. Part of you notices that's very significant for some reason, but you can't currently remember that. Valen, you recognize that that Book of Oaths is a great deal like the creed used in Elturel. Bennings, what do you think of the moment? Because you haven't said anything yet.
Sounds like a good book to sign if it solves all of our problems.
Oh dear. No, it won't
Well-
solve anything. It'll make
Right.
everything
Benny's
much worse.
wouldn't know that, though, because he's used to a town where everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. He's like, yeah, sounds
No.
like a good idea.
I mean, the oath did work in Elturel.
Elturel.
Smoke and Sky Lady said we should.
So, when you're on the farm, Bennings, and there's a fire, do you go up to fight the fire and douse it with more fire?
Are you saying that signing books was the initial problem in Baldur's Gate?
I'm
Because
not-
then, yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
I'm also saying fighting cops and corruption with more cops and power and more corruption is also generally not the greatest.
And Bennings comes from a place where there's no authority because everybody just gets along. So having
Fucking
people in a position of
communists.
power is already weird.
Well,
Okay, comrade, calm
He's a
down.
communist. He comes from a place where everyone shares everything, and that's the way things are. Nobody struggles because everyone helps each other. So,
The re-
But I'm
not-
trying to fire with fire.
but the
Mama
reality
said everyone gets
too.
along, so everyone gets along.
if this
It's
is the
right.
way y'all do things, this is the way y'all do things.
It's not the way we do
To
things.
say,
But it's
Okay,
not the way
I-
you do things because
So-
other
so
things
now
are
it
a
is-
little nefarious in nature.
Are
First off-
you going to make your own announcement with a talking sky lady, or are you just going to talk to me here in the bar? Because I'm looking at this face up there in the sky. She seems a mite bit convincing.
I'm gonna like minor illusion my own face like right next to my own head, just like it's pretty crude, but something, and being like, the mini Whistler is gonna tell you something important, and it's this going, don't sign up for fucking cults.
Oh shit, y'all! We should have signed up for fucking cults. Did you see that fight?
Oh my gosh.
So
Well, how
that's-
about this? Why don't we investigate what that book really is, and then if it's truly everything she says, then there
We
won't be
steal
any
it.
problems.
so it's not
that
with it was
book-
in
Feel
this
it.
guy, wasn't it?
That book just sounds completely cursed to me. Did anyone else? That just seems like
Oh, no.
I'm gonna get you all to sign the book. You're all gonna give me your souls. I'm gonna sacrifice all of you, and then we're gonna make a new demon lord that's myself. Like that's
It
what
might-
it sounded like to me.
Whatever
Sound
the
like
D&D
some people are
equivalent of
afraid to
is
go to
Death
prison.
Note.
So as this message has ended, the fist members that were around you and in front of you, many of them turn
Ooh.
looking pissed, like they are mad. One of them immediately states, "Well, if they don't want us to protect their fucking city and they don't have any real belief in us, maybe we just let them deal with the issues here in the city themselves." And you see someone like, "Yeah," and they like turn and they go walking off. Looks like they're heading back to their headquarters at the moment. You see the street starting to clear of fist members.
Fuck
And
that
by
bitch. Fuck that.
Did they say
Fuck
who?
that bitch.
I want to make sure. Did they say who would be protecting the city from now on?
They said there's a new military organization they're going to call the Steel Watch that will be
Steel
taking the position. Born and bred Baldurians.
Cool.
It's not eugenic at all.
Yeah, not weird. Is there anything we should go pick up before we deal with this pressing matter first? Before we then go try and figure out the nonsense that which Grand Duke was not Grand Duke? Which Duke was
Duke?
that?
Thalamra Van Thamper.
Van
Wasn't that-
Camper.
His
God bless
Duke?
you. What?
Whom's Duke?
Wasn't that Benning's Duke?
The one that the lady was working for? Yeah. So the lady that
You have a Duke?
No. That the noblewoman that Bennings had an evening with worked with Thalamra.
Oh. Well, that reminds me, we
Hey.
should definitely stop at the bathhouse because he maybe just got a little grumpy because he's sore.
You could use a nice massage. So with that
And
in
a little
mind,
dirty.
our scene fades to
Epsom
black.
salts.
Everybody, we will return. We're gonna go to our break now. It'll be about 10 minutes. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Again, thanks to those raiders. If there's anybody still out there in the great beyond, thank you again for popping in and saying hi. And we'll
And
see
hi,
you
Mish.
all. Yes, hi Mish, and we'll see you all shortly. Be right back. Traveled across the city. They saw a big old projection of Duke Thalamra Van Thamper. Wonderful name. Thank you very much, whoever at Wizards wrote that name. And had proceeded to get in some discourse surrounding it, feeling a little uncomfy, I'm sure. And they made their way north across the city streets until they had reached the bathhouses located just out there, just outside of the High Court itself. When you arrive outside at the edge, the bathhouse is a one-story stucco building with stained glass windows and clay roof tiles, 10-foot walls enclosed in a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building. The closed wooden doors to the courtyard are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in the water. The bathhouse itself is open at this point of time in the day. There's probably people working at the location there, and I will share a map with all of you, except for poor old Lol who cannot see it. But our audience can view it over on Twitch, because I'll make sure that that's available to be seen as well. The wrong thing. Whoops. We're looking for that. There we go. So there's the bathhouse. If you're able to, lol, view our Twitch stream, which you could probably see it on that. Just so
You
you're
know,
aware.
I looked, but with the quality I'm looking at, it looks like somebody threw sand onto your map, so I'm only getting, rough images and stuff. It's a lot of blocks and pixels, but I'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure Billings will pick it up. It'll be.
All right.
To be fair, it is mostly blocks and
It is very
it is a
blocky.
computer program, so it is all pixels. So you're seeing.
Can you
Well-
redo it? Because I got knocked out of mine.
No. Okay, here you go. You can twist my arm all you want.
Thank you.
Just
Arriving
moved it where
here,
I wanted it.
Ness, you are aware of this place. You probably brought people here or hit up marks that were here. Thilmaris,
One question I have about that, as you have acknowledged me as a so have I robbed this Duke before or
Duke
interacted with him in any way?
Thalamra? You
Yeah.
probably have robbed things that Thalamra is involved in, but she herself doesn't tend to leave High Court, so it's a lot
Well,
more
I-
protected.
Go to High Court
It's true.
and hobnob and elbow rub.
On
I'm just
occasion.
wondering.
But I would state that no, she's a little too high profile for you.
I'm insulted for some reason.
Historically.
Ah.
Okay. So you all arrive. Ness and Thalaris are up front. Thalaris, you have told people to go here before, and you know that some people that used to work at the Caress have upgraded, if you want to call it that, to this bathhouse in the past before, or just when they got tired of the day-to-day changed venues. Obviously, Bennings, you've never been here. Valen, never been here. Whistler, you've probably come here before to get a bath.
Are you implying Thilmaris and I do not bathe?
I mean, you probably do,
Hey,
but would you spend
have-
an
I'm at least
exorbitant amount
clean,
of
I'm
money?
happy, so
Both of you would probably not spend a huge amount of money on it unless you were trying to impress someone. You already have other bath
Or it
options.
wasn't our money?
Also, I'm sure it's not the kind of bathhouses they're used to.
Wow.
So
Just because I
you
live in the sewers does not mean.
as you step within the main gates, you can see like a little someone standing out, an attendant nearby, looks over and goes, "Party of 5. That's going to take a little while. We'll have to set up an appointment for you, but unless you're all willing to bathe at equal times, we have one bath communal everyone could take part in this afternoon if you would prefer."
Looks around. That would be fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay then.
I've never seen a naked dragonborn before.
They are something.
That will be 40
Not
gold.
sure how the anatomy works.
40 gold for the party, and you are to go to the north side bath, and that is where you can have your experience for the day. Who will be paying?
you said
I have
4-0.
1 gold.
4-0, yeah.
What's
I
the
got
money?
3.
40 gold
How much?
for everybody in total.
Everybody, I just got that gold, and I don't want to say
No,
how
not
did you
40
get
gold
it.
apiece. 40 gold in total for the party.
Well, there's
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
The 40 gold. I'll give 40 gold. I'll
Each.
pay.
Right?
It's
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It'll be 40 gold for everybody. I am paying for it. Nobody else knows this, but just for the audience, it is the same money that I stole from Mr. Shitty Pants.
All right. So you hand over the money, and the attendant hands each one of you a pristine white towel that indicates that you're able to be here and to go use the baths. And just states, enjoy your stay, and may you come away from it very rested and rejuvenated. So you move through the L-shaped courtyard. There's a trim lawn, nicely manicured shrubbery on either side. The yard decorated with white marble benches and stone fountains, each in the form of a smiling nymph tipping a jug. Spills water into a stone basin. Ness, you're the only one that gets to try to do this. You have something called
Okay.
Eye for Detail. Please make a perception check.
Okay.
That is a 20.
2020.
The creature. Phew.
Oh.
You do not spot it. Okay, never mind.
Wait.
Hmm?
Does the attention to detail give me additional pluses or anything?
No.
No, it just lets you.
Didn't ask you, Marquise. I don't want truth.
It lets you roll on something that you otherwise wouldn't be able to see. So you can try to find invisible things. I'm just going to say
Can I
that
use an inspiration?
you would have to use a party inspiration,
Party?
and you'd
I
have to
know.
be.
That's fine.
You need
Go
to roll
for it.
a 24 or higher to meet.
That's
this
not
thing's
that
spell.
impossible.
True. Oh, go ahead and give it
You
a
have
go.
to get a.
She has a
Give me-
plus
okay, I'll just
15
use
or-
one. Yeah. I just wanna. This
Can I-
seems kind of important. Go ahead.
If I'm not aware of it, can I give them guidance or no? Hey,
You don't need to worry about it, but
Just the thought that you would be willing to inspired me.
I would
Apparently,
say
yeah.
you would need to be aware before you can guide someone.
Mhm.
So you notice kind of a shimmering outline. Think Predator style, something that's invisible but kind of gives off something you can see. Right? Ness is the only one that notices this, but there's a small imp perched on one of the fountains nearby, and it's just watching you.
Does anybody else see the little nymph up there? Imp? No, nymph.
Imp. A tiny demon.
There?
No.
I'm gonna tootle wave at it.
You wave at it, and the creature kind of like notices that you've noticed it, and then it bolts. It flies off.
Scared off.
And I didn't particularly keen on being seen, which is what I figured.
Oh, boy.
Does anybody know anything about imps?
Thulmaris?
Thulmaris, Mr. Know-It-All.
So
Well,
does,
you know.
Technically, so does Whistle. An imp is.
I mean-
that's what.
Almost technically a
Opal is.
Manfred.
Well, yes, a mephit and imps are similar.
So what if?
Yeah.
So
Don't
you
tell
wouldn't
them
have seen?
that. Don't tell them.
Don't tell them that. Yes, they would be mad.
Anybody know? Yes, I'm asking. So there was a little invisible imp guy there. Tootle waved and flew away. Does anybody know what that might mean?
That someone is watching us, and that we might
Yeah.
probably be in the right place.
And if
Hmm.
and well, they're now aware that they're aware that we're aware of them looking at us using something. So yeah, I mean, technically they're mostly made from people using some form of arcane energy to make some kind of summoning or deal or pack of something like that. So yeah, I believe that there's probably some level of cult activity or some form of dark, unsettly magic.
Which
I
means
probably
someone's aware that we're here.
And I probably should have played that a little calmer, but it was really cute.
Oh dear. You know what?
They
Let's.
know that. We know that. They know that.
So Mars is going to go in and start seeing if there are people being shifty or culty here.
Okay, you all start heading in. The order. I would like the order of how you're all entering the building. Who's first and who's second?
I'll go first because I.
No. It's like grabs Ness by the the collar and pushes Valen first.
Oh!
Oh yes, let
Suddenly,
me go first.
Valen
Yes,
Such a
yes.
goes up to the
asshole.
front
Sorry.
with Ness
I am
and
the one with the
Thulmaris
armor.
coming right up behind. Whistler and then Briff, I'm assuming. So
Sure.
Bennings, you're gonna come in the rear.
I got no clue what's going on, but I'm here for it. Apparently, there's some creature watching us. I've never seen that shit before. I want to see naked ladies bathing. Thank you.
Wow, perv.
So in
Crickets. There you go.
Karina!
So,
Bennings, control yourself.
as you all walk in, you do see a variety of individuals within the bathhouse. The walls of this 20-foot high pillared chamber are adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light streams through stained glass windows, creating colorful patterns on the tiles of polished blue marble that cover the floor. 3 shallow, sunken pools containing scintillating perfume-scented water are at 3 of the cardinal directions, northwest and south. White marble benches bearing stacks of dry towels are situated near the pools, each of which comes equipped with a pair of brass faucets. The western and southern bathing spaces, bubbles are kind of like moving through the water, and you see a few commoners kind of just dipped neck deep in most of these things, just resting. And the one to the north is currently empty. That was the one that they had offered all of you. There is a door on the north side and a door on the south side further into the bathhouse that seem to lead towards some other rooms. What do you all do at the moment?
Are we dividing and conquering? Are we all going to go off on our own directions? Are we just going to stick as a group? Are we trying?
So
Are we trying to be Are we trying to be obvious here? How are we playing this?
Something tells me that this is a trap.
Ness is just getting naked and already at like halfway, like tiptoed in the water.
So Ness moves over to the bath on the north side, ditches all of her clothing, and climbs in. Bendings, congratulations, you've seen a naked woman. And it happens to be Ness.
From the
Nice.
from the right angle this time.
Inspiration, might I add. I'm kidding.
Is there anyone else around?
Yeah, there are 5 other people. They're in the other pools, 3 to the west and 2 to the south. It looks like they're just commoners there. You don't see any workers standing in this room right now.
That's who I
Something
want to
just
find.
feels off.
It's really nice though, guys.
As
Wouldn't
Ness
there be
dips
workers
in,
here?
Scented bubbles effervescently moving across your body. The warmth of it is a perfect level. You can tell that there is a heating system that seems to be drawn from underneath the floor. There are tiny drain holes near the tops of the sunken pools that help it so that if it overflows, it just gets redistributed back into the tubs. All the plumbing is hidden in a way that's pretty neat. That means there must be some sort of like bigger thing beneath here that houses all that heating equipment.
So Mars will like whisper to Valen in Elvish again. Perhaps there might be something of an infernal or other extraplanal nature that you might be able to suss out.
Bennings, while they consider that, you look over and you see Ness like sinking into the water, and it looks incredibly comfortable. You have a feeling that your ailments might fade if you were to get enough R&R inside of a heated tub.
Come on in, the water's great.
Don't mind. All right, Bennings gets in the water.
Bennings strips and cannonballs in, I'm
coming
assuming.
from a commune. Yeah, I mean it's not
Is Bennings
delicate. What are you
strip,
talking
or is
about?
this fully closed?
Please tell me he takes his clothes off.
Okay.
Please tell me he does.
Oh,
Please tell me he
man, I
does.
really wanted to keep his
I
clothes on.
want
This is-
him to take off the clothes and then reveal that he is still wearing the cami from the Shrez's
From the night before.
'Cause
It
it's
still has it
comfy.
on.
I will say that's canon under the condition Tyson caves and finally agrees to make art of that. And then, yeah, sure,
I
we
agree.
can make that happen. Tyson, it's all on you, bud.
I don't want to draw that.
All right,
want-
Bennings gets in the water fully clothed. This is on you.
You don't, or you don't want to publicly.
Well, the thing is, semi-see-through clothing all has different ways that you have to kind of draw it so that it actually looks appropriate, and
it
it's
could
complicated.
Be a satin. It could be a satin teddy. It doesn't have to be.
It's not
something.
supposed to be sexy. It's supposed to be funny. I think you're missing the point here, bud.
If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go all out.
Think with your brain and
Thank
not
you.
your.
So I'm sorry, you're saying if you're going to draw this, you're going to
Think
make
with
it
your
totally
heart.
gay? There's
Absolutely,
no in-between?
there's no in-betweens.
I don't
Anyway.
feel like that's on me at this point.
That is absolutely on you.
Agreed.
I only draw to the heart I see in the individual requesting the order.
So you are gonna have to cut. You're gonna have
horny
to send us,
stuff?
and you're gonna have to
So-
send us a picture of you in a satin teddy, apparently, because it.
So we have to
Please
kill
don't
off
do
your
that.
character, and then your new character, their look is a satin teddy.
There you
Therefore,
go.
he
Bennings-
has to draw it.
Oh, jeez. So
All
Bending
right,
says,
moving on. Bennings is going to get in, but he's going to keep his small clothes on because
There
they
you
don't
go.
say underwear in this time. So he'll keep his boxers or whatever the equivalent is on.
It's
You
like-
okay? Time out.
It's
I just want to
full
point out that if you do that, you're
Anyways.
not walking around with wet boxers.
True.
Okay.
Or
It's
you're
a sacrifice
commandoing it.
I'm willing to make to keep
Okay.
Bennings
They
as,
can.
junk hidden from y'all perverts, okay? Looking at you, Valen. Looking at you, Belmaris. Wistelar, you're fine. You seem pretty
Fine.
normal, but these two perverts over here can't have
We
them.
So
We
Bennings
did
gets
pay
in the
for
bath.
it.
He takes off his armor and his clothing.
Not
Says the
And
Hey.
just
person
climbs
walking
into the bath in his small clothes. Got it. There we go. We're good. We're moving past this point now.
The person walking
Yep.
diagonally is throwing shade.
Valen feels pressured, so he takes his stuff off and he gets in the water as well.
All right, 3 of you have now climbed into the bath. It is incredibly comforting. It does feel very good at the moment, and after the sores of the combat before, you are enjoying yourselves. Wistelar and Thelmaris, on the other hand, the 2 of you have not currently climbed in, so you could allow your allies just to get some R&R while you go do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like signs or anything that says like showers this way, lockers that way?
There
or
is,
or it just like
I noticed that there are massage rooms at the back of the parlor. And there's 2 doors towards the back. And those are the only places that are currently closed off from what you can view.
Benning
All right,
sees the
Samaras,
massage.
are you in the mood for a massage?
Well, Master Whistler, I would be very happy to let you escort me there.
Well, by all means, and I think we'll make our way back there just to see kind of what's going on.
Do you go to the north massage room or the south one?
This is important, guys. Make the right decision.
I feel like north. I feel like
Yeah,
north
north.
makes more sense.
Both of you walk over to the door, and as you get to it, while everybody else is resting, there is a sign on the outside that flips in one direction or the other. Currently says occupied.
I'm going to flip it to unoccupied
Mhm.
and then walk in.
Perfect. I'll just walk in after.
Both of you open the door, and as you step inside, you see a young. Let me see. What is this person? A young human female that is currently providing a massage to a rather rotund male sitting on the table. The male looks like an officiant
Male
of
what?
the male dwarf. Is an officiant of the city. You can see his official garb sitting there in a pile on the side of the room, and she looks up and goes, "Excuse me, this is a private massage."
Oh, I'm so sorry. The door was unoccupied. It's I'll flip it for you. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
I'm
sure
sorry.
That was
sorry,
not
sorry.
the case.
Yeah, sorry, we just didn't see anyone else working out there. I was just wondering if we might, get some help.
Some help. Go speak. Go to the other door. Go speak with Jabaz. Jabaz can help you.
Oh,
You recognize the
be-
name
before
Jabaz.
I-
They used to work at Stress's Crest.
But
Uh,
also, while I say that, just a quick glance around the room.
Mhm.
Anything nefarious
Give
happening?
me a perception check.
is there like other doors in this room as well, or is
Nope.
it a self-contained room?
Self-contained room. Doesn't seem like there's anything else in there.
That's
What,
a fire
15?
hazard.
Oh, actually, you know what? I will add, boom.
Psychic.
Hey, 20.
20.
A dirty 20, yes.
And then
Ah,
there
there you
is
go.
a 19,
22.
20, 21, 22. Nice. So, this is a... it's a massage table draped in clean towels. Bottles of perfume are stored under the table. Some of the perfumes, you can obviously smell them. They are a more concentrated version of what you smelled out in the bath, so obviously they use this to pour into the bath waters. The room itself has towels, has oils, has all kinds of stuff around the edges of it. But this room, there's something strange about it to both of you. You can both feel a breeze that's coming in, even though the window is shut. That seems to be coming from within the room. As you leave the door open, it brushes past you.
I am going to. Oh, what do I want to? Do I want to do this or not? I want to do this. I am going to. I'm gonna cast suggestion on the masseuse.
On the masseuse.
Yes, they got a. I think it's a wisdom save.
It
Wisdom
is.
saving throw against my DC. I think my DC is only like a 13 right now because it's 8 plus 2, 10.
Wisdom
it's a
saving throw
13
versus
right now.
yeah. Okay, so let me see what her wisdom saving throw is. It's at a +0. So you cast suggestion, and
and
she
the
gets. She does not save.
My suggestion is, you want to use the other massage room because that is far more suited for your clientele.
Okay. She turns and looks down at it. Jorah, we should use the other massage room. I think it would be better for you. Thanks for reminding me. And she starts gathering her things. He's like,
Whoa. Wait a second. I've already gotten stripped. I'm on this table now. Why should I have to walk all the way across the rooms?
this is, it'll be more comfortable for you. He looks over at the two of you.
You burst in my room. I'm about to get my massage, and you then have me excommunicated from it. I don't appreciate this at all.
So we only want to ensure that you, with your station, receive the proper amount of opulence of an experience as you are, as you deserve. It seems like, would you be happy with a massage room that is not becoming of your own station?
The
Give me a
south is a lot better room.
Give me a persuasion check, and Thol, if you want to assist, you can.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna give you advantage.
Okay. Where are you? That
Persuasion with
First
advantage.
One is 14 and
18.
18.
He goes,
Well, I'm going to speak to your boss about this, but I suppose this
You
one
should.
time I shall be
Of course.
quite irate if this isn't much more comfortable than the situation I was already in.
he gathers his things up and walks with a towel around his waist, pitter-pattering across the room as the two of you find that the room is now empty.
Am I allowed to join them now?
Occupied.
You're taking
Uh-huh.
the rest
Door.
in the tub at the moment. They haven't mentioned anything yet. You do see them both walk into a room, and then two other people walk out, and then the door closes.
I'm gonna
Just
try to start
suspicious.
following the breeze, but as I do, just start making small idle chat with Whistle. I'm just like, you know, Master Whistle, I'm so sad you didn't decide to get into the pool. I was so looking forward to seeing your scales.
If this goes well, you can still do that. I am not opposed. It's just, business before pleasure. Unfortunately, I would enjoy having my scales shine every once in a great while.
Well, then you should tell the other three about that, as apparently we're the only adults in the room.
You are interrupted
Just let
when
them
your
have
hand
it.
when your hand hits a spot on the wall that then causes the wall to kind of pivot inward. There's a little bit of a grating noise, and suddenly there's a hallway in front of you that leads into the darkness down below the building.
I believe
Well
we found.
then,
Did I hear the grating
should I
noise?
go retrieve
No,
them,
it's
or
not
do
that
you want to go retrieve them?
Fuck.
I
Or do you want to let
guess-
them rest, and do we want to take this ourselves, or should we collect the party?
Well, I think we can at least take a proper look first and then grab them. If we come running
course.
screaming, I think they'll start to learn to run.
So back out to the bath. All of you are resting in it. It's small
I'm not
enough.
resting particularly, just for So I am resting. I am splashing, but I am paying attention to everything and everyone, and I'm looking for sparkly, shiny imp. And I do look like I am not an adult, but that is a facade. But I am also enjoying my bath.
Okay, give me a perception roll, please.
Look like not an adult.
I would like to say that Bennings is doing all the same things, and it is not a facade. He is just, having himself a good time in the tub. He's not.
Bennings, this water is the
I was
warmest and
expecting
the
he has a
cleanest.
little rubber ducky.
Yeah, a little rubber ducky that just floats across. They have little balls too that you can kind of toss in the air. It is consistently warm. Like the water is heating up from the bottom, so it rises up around your toes and your legs and stuff. It's super comfortable. There's also a bunch of bubbles that are coming up from the floor, jacuzzi style almost. And you're not sure how they accomplish that. But you, my good friend, have lost the exhaustion caused by the pains of the evening before.
My ass is healed, literally.
And your ass is healed by the power of the spa. You notice, you being Ness, notice that your imp friend has come back. He is sitting in the rafters of the building, just watching the three of you. He doesn't seem to be doing anything. You see him cross his hands, and then just kind of relax. Unless it's from the Champagne region of France. It's just bubbling water.
Can I just pretend I am throwing the ball bad and side eye could just throw
Give
it
me a
sort of
sleight of hand check.
Oh balls.
The ball goes flying across the room and makes its way into the rafters, kind of splats on one of the beams and rolls down and falls to the ground. The imp just kind of watches it and then just stares back at you and glares.
Valen,
Yes.
don't look. But up on the rafter, I said, don't look. Up on the rafter is our little imp friend. Do you know about imps? You're a paladin. I don't know. Seems because Thulmaris and Wistelar are off somewhere. I don't know what the fuck to do with this guy.
It seems that he's probably telling information to someone here.
Here? I forgot to ask if it was a short range or a long range spell. Thulmaris!
You just yell through the bathhouse. Suddenly, you're shaken from your reverie as the two of you are standing in front of that door by Ness's voice echoing through the rather echoey bathhouse. It's just a bunch of marble, no tapestries.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's
I'm an
ears
orphan
are ringing.
and I live in the store, okay? I don't have a whole lot of social convention.
Is that one your friend, or who was responsible for bringing that one in?
To be very fair, the woman that I happen to work for seems to not trust my ability to finish things and has sent me a baby to babysit. And I was so... What,
Understood.
do you... And I just make sure. Dragonborn don't have dark vision, right?
No.
No, but I do.
You
Yeah.
do. Oh, okay, lovely.
Warlock things.
Yeah,
Lovely. You took that one. Nice idea.
Yep.
it's a great ability.
Do we go in or do we answer the child?
I feel like she's just gonna keep screaming unless we say something. That. So I think that.
Ness, you're so loud.
Well,
You can't hear me if I'm quiet.
I'll stay at the door and I'll keep watch.
yep. I'll just as I pass by, just give a nice little alluring touch of the arm. Just I guess we'll have to get lost in the dark alone next time.
Another time.
We'll walk out and just click of the heels, just so angry, to the bath.
This
Okay.
party
Yes.
is so horny all the time. What is happening?
No, just two of us.
Mom's back. We're in trouble. Click, 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 click.
All right, so you make your way over to the bath where they're all currently still relaxing. Ness, you see Thulmaris walk up from across from your right shoulder, up behind you.
Who's pissed and perturbed, but I don't notice a difference because this is just the normal. Okay, Thulmaris. So don't look, okay? But up in the rafter is our little imp friend that was here before, and I forgot to ask you whether or not that was a short range or a long range spell. Is the person who is watching us through the imp? Do you think that they are here? I'm gonna do this in Thieves' Cant, assuming maybe if I am overheard by the imp, they won't speak that. I have no idea.
I think that when he gets to the imp is back, I will put my hand to my lips and I'll walk backwards enough to get Wistelar back in my field of view.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of just two hands to the head as a jagged butterfly of energy pops into existence and out. And you then hear again. So you're saying it's back?
Saying it is back. And I don't know if that means we have company here or company somewhere else.
Most likely they're somewhere within this compound. Everyone is being spoken to in their heads, by the way.
Give me a religion or arcana check, whichever's higher.
Me?
So you
Okay.
can determine what might be the case with an imp that is either a familiar or is a summoned creature or something like that.
Go Arcana. Dirty 20.
So, they don't. From what you know, you can't share vision or mental connection with imps in the same way, unless you were very powerful. It's likely that this is just a scout or a spy, and it would need to fly back to wherever its patron was to discuss. It was gone for 10 minutes when it disappeared last time, if Ness's original statement was correct. So there is a possibility that that person could be nearby and it just decided now was the right time to come back, or it could have flown somewhere farther away and then returned. There is a chance that the person that it's reporting to is not in this bathhouse.
Ah, well. Whomever it's not, we don't need to worry. That's not a familiar. That's more of a scout, so they're spying on us. However, to the three of you bathing, Master Whistle and I, the adults in the room, found a secret entrance you all might like to come and join us in.
I'm gonna get my clothes on.
And we'll just say out loud, would the three of you like to join us for a massage?
That sounds lovely.
I suppose so.
The last massage I was participating in did not go very well, so no, I will pass. Thank you.
And we'll shout in your head. If
Get
you
in the
don't get
fucking
out of
room.
that damn tub, I will murder you.
Bennings,
never
would you
gonna
like
go
to
into
join
another
us?
house.
Is Bennings now currently just waiting in the tub while everybody else is getting out?
I'm
Sinking
sorry,
lower
I have
in,
been
just
threatened
bubbles.
with a massage and murder. Now, he'll follow. He doesn't go for it.
I can give him a
Murder,
little whisper
massage,
in
and mischief.
the like. It's because
Sure.
there's
I don't know. He has no idea what's going on, guys. There's so much. Like, yeah.
All right.
Look, just tell him when you need to punch something, you know?
Bennings gets out of the tub and puts on his clothes. You all take a little while to do that, and then you head into the room.
It doesn't take me long. I'm wearing regular clothes and I'm not a paladin. Over
Yes, it's going to take those with armor a few more minutes. And you find that there's a open section of the wall in here. You close the door, and you head into the stairwell. What order are we marching in? This is a single file situation.
I'll go
I'm gonna
first.
shut the
All right.
door
All right.
last. So when I shut the door, the unoccupied door, I'm gonna shut it and try to side eye to see what Mr. or Ms. what they them of the imp will be doing.
As you enter into the room...
I'd like to be second to last.
Okay. As you enter the room, and you kind of look out to see what it does, you see it kind of look at you, and then it nods its head a couple times, and then it flies back out the window.
It nodded at me. I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at it side eye. I wasn't
just
directly
nodded.
looking at it.
It just nodded, not at you, but it nodded as if, okay.
I think this might be where it's supposed to go, guys. But I don't know if that's good.
All right,
or
Bennings wants to go in second
there
to
a way to-
last. Who's second?
Is there a way to push like something in front of that door?
You can put the massage table in front of it.
Does it open
Right.
in or does it open out?
It opens in.
Perfect. Then
Okay.
put the massage table up against it.
All right.
not. It's a very good question to ask. Because we push everything against it, they open it because it
I'll-
opens from the outside.
I'll go second because we need good eyes.
Second, who's third? That would be either
Does
Ness
anyone
or
not
Whistle.
have? Who doesn't have dark vision?
She's the only...
I can-
Well, she and Bennings both don't have dark vision because they're humans.
I feel like I'm gonna have
You
to
all do.
be between the two of them, holding their hands, being like, "Come on, you two."
So Ness after Thulmaris.
I like this idea.
Okay, so it's going to be
Yeah, I'm assuming-
Valen, Thulmaris, Ness, Whistle, and then Briff pulling up the rear.
Yep.
Okay, I must now get another map.
figured out your bathhouse. Said we figured out your bathhouse puzzle.
This is the bigger map, and this map will require probably multiple sessions to complete. This will be fun.
Nah, we can do it in like an hour.
And we don't even have an hour. There
We can
go.
speed run this
There,
shit.
Where
Let's
are
go.
we?
There, and there.
Oh,
we
black
go.
now. It's because I don't have dark
Banners.
vision.
And
He's taking the
we're
dark.
gonna
He's
like
taking
this.
how dark it is into the real full experience. This is what you see. Feel it.
Okay, we need to give everybody the map. I'm 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 the map.
Hey, looks
Okay.
like I'm falling into the void.
Can you not see
It's
anything?
Texas.
It's like an
I
emo
just
song,
see
like My Chemical Romance sings
blackness.
that song.
Hold on.
Mhm.
I'll get you involved as soon as I have to.
I
move
cast
it.
a magic missile into the darkness.
Please don't do that. You know, since you can't
that's
miss.
because you are not actually
with magic
considered as
missile.
having dark vision, so I need to fix that.
Yeah, no, I have Devil's Sight.
Yes, I know. Where do
Oh, I know.
Where do I give those? There's an effect, and we're gonna go.
I bet you were wondering how we ended up here.
Where are my effects in this thing? That's one of those situations where I'm like, this is a new thing for me. So, parcels, NPCs, items, encounters, images, notes, assets.
Well, while you're in there, why don't you just go ahead and give me some dark vision? I just, like while you're at it.
No.
It's fine. Don't worry. Don't think too much about it. Just do it.
Nope. Nope, don't think so.
Alright,
Effects, there they are. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. We got candle lamp, lantern, spell, darkness, spell, light, torch, blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, encumbered, grappled, incapacitated, paralyzed, toxic, restrained. So, are you kidding me? They don't have dark vision?
You just don't want us to speed run through your bathhouse. You're just vamping. You're just
It's gonna make it slow and steady. Is that a spell? Is there a spell that is dark vision in this? Hello, anybody
Yes.
that knows Fantasy Grounds. Dark vision. There we go. I'm just gonna use this on people, and then that will work for that, I'm sure. Let's see.
Just know that mine is, I think, double the spell range, because mine's 120 feet instead of 60.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that in here, just to see what I can do with it, and if it works the way that I'm hoping it works.
And who's in the first? Who's on first? Who's in the first of the line?
Who's in the
Valen.
first online?
Valen.
Oh,
Can Westelar
shield.
see over Valen in case he needs to see 120 feet instead of 60?
Climb on my shoulders.
Soft
It's fine.
work.
I'm pretty sure they're taller than me. I think.
I thought Valen was pretty short.
You just thinking elves? It's a short.
Oh, that's true.
Why
like
would you
6'1"?
do this to me, you stupid thing?
It's not
6'3".
short.
Valen's character sheet says she's what 5'1" here.
Dark vision. And what is the duration?
We'll play in the water a little bit more.
He's walking around in soggy boxers.
I don't think it works that
As
way.
he should.
Okay, fine.
Soggy boxers.
Just
Yeah.
in the light of wanting to make sure that this isn't a huge pain in the ass because it doesn't seem to be working the way I want it to work, I'm just going to give you Lantern with Stellar, and we'll just say you can... I'll have to do that for, like, everybody, I'm pretty sure. But, so Ness and Briff, neither one of you have dark vision, so if you get too far away from Whistle, who's trying to guide you, I guess it'll just fade out. Can you see now?
I thought we were literally holding hands. I mean, it was.
You are.
You
You're
know.
currently holding hands.
Aren't we daisy chaining this? Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Where's
Are you
some
able to see?
daisy?
Are you able to see now?
Yep.
Brian, okay. All right. So we're in here now. I need
Guys,
all of
and
you
I
to
still
roll.
can't see.
Well, you don't have a computer that does anything good. Let's go ahead and have everybody roll for initiative for me so that we can have a marching order. For
I
what we're doing.
decline.
You must.
Wait, is that a D20?
I would rather
That is a
add
D20,
on my
yes.
own
Yes.
turn, which is all the turns.
I got an 18, which I can prove if you'd like me to.
Yeah, I'll believe
Hey.
you, I suppose. 18 plus 1 is a 19. Good job. It looks like an 81
Yeah?
from this angle. So
I'll take that, too. Your choice.
19 for Briff. Jeez, we got some high numbers there.
Rude.
So Wistelar has a 16 in it.
Nat 20.
There we go. Come on
Briff,
now.
what is going on here? Briff, you don't have 19 health. What
I can
just
see in the
happened?
dark now all of a sudden. I'm kidding.
Wait,
So
what
I have-
paladin has +4 dex? Come on.
Just screwed up Briff's hit points. There we go.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I'm just being funny.
There.
Half the time
19.
I'm a magic person.
All right, Valen, You have a 24. We got a 23 for Thilmars. We got an 8 for Ness. And we've got a 16 for Whistler. We're going to have you move on your own on here. I will describe things as best I can for Bennings, since you can't see what's happening. Right now, you have walked into a dungeon that seems to be underneath the bathhouse. So, let's see here. This area's rooms, corridors, and staircases are hewn from limestone and unlit, unless I say otherwise. The 5-foot wide corridors throughout this location have 8-foot high ceilings. Rooms have 9-foot high ceilings, often braced with wooden beams. The regular doors in the area are made of wood, but it's not in the best repair. And then there we are. So the first place you move into is just a large open space. Down below here, and there happens to be a pathway that leads further south and one that's off to the west somewhat. The floors are coated in water. It's up to your ankles. It seems like there's a leak coming through the walls, probably related to the bathhouse and probably related to old piping. So, what do you wish to do now?
Can we see down this spot that we're in front of at all?
Not
It's
incredibly well. Valen, you are up first on initiative. So why don't you tell me where you're going to move? Your character has 30 feet of movement, so you can use that, or you can sprint if you want to run, but that throws caution to the wind. You can head down to the west and to the left, or you can head directly south where you're at and just go through this hallway. Again, you're making a lot of noise as you're sloshing through the water down below. It is surprising to you that there seems to be an ominous feeling, a vibe that this is a much larger complex than it should be.
Oh, okay. I have detect something, right? Detect. Hold on.
Divine sense.
Yes. What does that one do again, Tyson?
Divine sense. I mean, you can read it. But divine sense.
You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind
I'm
total cover.
sorry.
It's okay. 60 feet. You can find celestial fiends or undead that are not behind total cover. You know what type of being they are, but not its identity or anything like that. So that allows you to sense the bad guys.
I kind of feel like I want to try that and see what I can.
Let's see, 60
feel.
feet. Let's see. Nothing within 60 feet of you at the moment as you cast that spell. So we'll go ahead and we'll go Divine Sense. You can only use that once per long rest, I believe. Is this a long rest?
Yeah.
And when you finish a long rest, you gain all expended uses. So you can use it a number of times equal to 1 plus your Charisma modifier. So it's 1 plus 2. So you can use it 3 times per long rest, just so you know. I don't know why it's currently only giving you 1. Maybe I can put it to 3. Yes, I can. So we shall do that.
Does anybody have preference of where we go, or are we just going with the flow here?
I can't see.
Okay. Well, then let's just go down the hallway in front of us.
Yeah.
I would say your turn. You do you. We'll figure this out.
Okay. Well,
You're basically just gonna caterpillar, and then I'll be the perception eyes to check for any traps or things along the way.
Down the hallway I go then.
Okay. So you start moving. Go ahead and give me your movement. Just
What am I
grab your
doing
marker
here?
and drag it.
Oh.
You can go up to 30.
How do I know?
That's 5 feet. Every square is 5 feet.
Okay.
There's 10. You can drag it further than 1 at a time. 15.
I'm going really far from everybody. This seems
counting.
stupid.
Oh, that's true. You could go slow. 20.
And it's
30,
okay, 'cause-
All right, I'm just gonna go there. That seems
Okay.
like I can.
10, 15, 20. That's 25. You still have 5 more feet.
Yes, he does, but he's going to wait.
Well,
Vilmaris is up next, and
Yeah.
you move a little bit behind him. Remember, of course, that you guys can have conversations about what you're seeing and witnessing. Vilmaris, directly above you is a large beam. You can tell as you walk past that it is rotted past the point of being safe. If anything ever were to shake these halls, it might fall, and that might block off your path.
Or kill us.
Good to know. Also, everyone, you can talk in each other's heads.
Yeah, Vilmaris is
Oh,
now spreading
how-
mental conversation to all of you.
For the next 5 hours.
5 hours
Let's
of
go.
mental communication.
Ness is just thinking about how much of a just pompous jerk Thelmaris is, not realizing it's being broadcast.
Well, is it just like, is it that you can't think anymore? Or is it just that if you wish to communicate,
Yeah,
you can send
what
it that
what
way?
are the
Yeah.
rules on this exactly?
Yeah.
You have
can
control
only
over it.
transmit you control what
Yeah.
you transmit. Like
Okay,
unless you,
so it's not
or-
the passive.
no.
Maybe she
Unless
does it
you
on
want
purpose.
to.
Thelmaris, as a reminder, you have expended 2 of your psionic dice. You have 2 remaining.
Only expended the 1 for the skill. I get 1 free use of telepathy every day.
Okay, so then that one's fine. And
Take
those are
that.
currently set up as your ammo that are under your weapons
Yep.
section. Okay,
Perfect. Thank
so
you.
is that as far as you go? Do you wait there? Or do you wish to
I'm
travel
following
to-
directly.
Okay.
Can they
you just
see
stay
now
behind
something
him.
in front of them?
Not yet.
Give them some.
Yeah.
But they're there.
That is
Yeah,
a
like I'm just
hallway
checking
that
for traps
curves around
directly
the
behind
corner.
him.
At the edge of your vision, Valen, there is looks like a stairwell that leads a little bit further down. Bennings,
Okay. You guys
You're
just a stairwell.
you're up next. Are you gonna stay close to everybody, or are you gonna? What are you doing? It is pitch black down here, by the way.
Who?
Bennings.
Bennings.
Oh.
Oh.
Bennings? What are you
I'm
doing?
sorry, did you need something from me? I didn't hear. I'm just following along, right? I mean,
Well, it's your
the dark
turn,
corridor, I can't see anything. I
Yeah.
walked forward.
You start
Yeah?
like hands out in the darkness because you are in the pitch black.
No,
right
I'm
now.
holding Wistelar's hand still, aren't I?
Okay.
Or Ness's?
Yeah, both
So
immediately.
Wistelar.
I'm
can just kind-
daisy
they can kind
chaining
of-
because I can't see
Yeah.
shit, man.
Do either one
Is
of
there
you
something
want
else I can do?
Either one of you want to maybe light a torch or something? Do you have one?
I was just looking
Do I
in my
have torches?
inventory.
I have
Well,
the
Are
ability.
there torches, like, are there candles or sconces or
So-
torches on the walls?
So Briff is carrying an adventurer's pack which has 10 torches in it.
Yeah,
Would
I
it be
can
so
lie and
nice-
say it only has one, though, right?
What?
You can lie.
Yeah, I can
yes.
lie and say it only has one,
You
though, right?
absolutely could.
Ah, god damn it, guys. I forgot to pack more than one. Good thing I didn't get wet in the tub. What?
I-
All you motherfuckers could see in the dark anyway, except for
I
me.
have a
And I
candle.
did see her naked, so I'll give her a torch.
Oh, thank you. I also know for a fact that as soon as you said that, you were lying, because that's what I can do. So thank you.
Wait, hold on. I'll do a deception roll right now. Tyson, you have to roll for me, though, because you do it better than I do.
All right, we're going to go with a deception check versus her
No,
nat
no, I'm
20.
fucking around. I'll give her a torch. I don't give a shit. Give her a torch.
Here, I'm going to do
Not
the
only do I know
deception.
you
Here
were
we
lying
go.
right now, I know every lie that ever you told.
So Bennings,
Yeah,
for
that's
some
true,
reason,
too.
why do you
Sucks.
want to hide the fact that you have torches? Because Ness knows this now.
Well, all these other motherfuckers can see in the dark. Why would I want to share? Everything they do, they keep secret from me. All you motherfuckers talking in other languages around me, f you. I just want to share my shit. Y'all won't share your information, you cocksucking asshole.
Wow,
I'm
someone feels some type of way.
When you guys won't even share your words with me, I'm just sitting there eating breakfast. You guys are, oh my god, here's Elvis. Fuck off. How about that?
So with the nat 20, I'm assuming that I know this motivation and all of this.
All of this
and
is
I
in your
share,
head, yes.
I share the exact same sentiments, and therefore I will not divulge this information.
So Ness doesn't give up your secrets because she
I'm
agrees.
assuming Thalmaris and I was going to say Valerian, but Valen are whispering sweet nothings into each other's ear. I'm getting a little jealous, to be honest. So I don't know what's so no, these are our torches, and there's only 2.
Could I roll
Thank
some perception, please?
In a moment.
Okay.
So Briff,
Phoenix is about to get
if you happen
confrontational.
to be holding a torch, remember that's going to use up one of your hands. So you will no longer be able to use your warhammer in 2 hands, just in 1.
Ness, how do you feel about the buddy system now that you know I'm a liar? You hold the torch, I'll hold the hammer. Cause you only have a dagger? What do you have?
I'll be fine. Yeah, I can hold a torch.
And you
And-
can one hand one of your weapons?
Oh yeah.
Alright, buddy system.
All right, so Briff,
Cool,
you're going
works
to
for you.
keep 2 hands on your hammer, and you're going to give a torch over. So Ness is holding a torch for you while you have your hands on your two-handed hammer. Got it.
You know
Can
what?
we-
While we're at it, give her one more to keep in her inventory in case you get separated and that one goes out.
All
'Cause
right. So you have
fuck the
two.
rest of you.
You have 2 torches.
When it's my turn, I want to put a little rope, like tie Bendings and I together.
We're gonna drown together now, aren't we? Wait, I have
Maybe.
a water breathing potion, right?
You do.
I don't,
Oh,
but it'll be fine.
I'm a
Don't
heavy
worry.
guy.
Sure, you guys can share it together as long, with your torches and shit.
All right. So
Whatever, Mr.
Oh, I'm
Whisper.
sorry.
in order to
I speak in the language you can understand. Is that not enough for you?
make this a little bit quicker, because taking a few steps at a time is unnecessary unless we actually get into a situation where we need them. I'm going to say that everybody
fair.
now moves down the hallway together. Ness now has a torch.
I was gonna actually. Well, never mind. I was gonna
Whistler has
check
turn.
out this hallway.
You're gonna
but
go the other place.
It's fine.
You
Let's
can.
I
have
was
the
gonna just
hallway.
I was gonna look at it, see if it's anything good, and then if not, I was gonna sprint back to the party.
Okay, so you're
And
behind
there was
everybody
plenty
a
of
little
time while
ways.
we were preparing. for
Absolutely.
Whistler. Yeah.
So moving off to the west
25
side.
feet to get me there. Just
Moving
to
up
see
to the
what
west
it
side
is.
and looking into this small alcove. This looks more like a collapsed section where a wall used to be. And there is a deep section filled with murky, oily water. Disgusting. It's been there a long time. There's probably a bit of runoff from the baths upstairs, so it's got kind of a film on the surface of it. It doesn't look very appealing. If you'd like to climb inside and figure out if there's anything at
Nope.
the bottom, you can definitely...
Say less.
No?
It's like immediately just like the sewer comes back into their PTSD and they're just like,
Yep.
ugh.
Yeah,
and
there's-
it's just they.
Have you ever had I don't know, a hot tub that you let cool off and it hadn't been cleaned in like a month and it has that scum layer on the top of it that smells a little
Oh,
bit like
yeah.
cheese or feet? Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. As soon as they register it, it's like, ugh, and they just go.
I'm
like
gonna
it's
say-
just like, nah.
Because you went on this little venture, you're a little bit behind the others. And
That's fine.
while Briff and Ness were doing the torch thing, they're a little bit behind Thelmaris and Valen, but not by much. So
Torches and rope. We are connected
you
via
have tied rope to one another?
yes.
Oats and hose.
Okay. So in the darkness, Valen, we're going to move back to you. There's a door up ahead of you as you approach the end of this hallway. The door itself seems to have a carving in it that is difficult to recognize. It is so decayed with time. Give me a religion check. You can try to identify what it is as you move through the darkness. Your dark vision is helping you. The torch behind you is actually adding a little bit of color to what you're seeing, so that's nice. We'll see how that goes. Critical failure. No. You do not recognize it. It is way worn past your ability to see it, and unless Thelmaris moves you aside, the hallway's narrow enough. He can't just look at it over your shoulder easily.
Is the door locked?
Valen, do you turn the doorknob?
Well, first, is it trapped? Let me ask that question.
So you ask Valen that question, or because he's in front of you right now?
No,
I'm gonna
Valen,
look
actually,
and
you have to
say,
move.
yeah. I'm like, could you check this door to make sure it's not trapped?
Yep.
All right.
We'll squeeze on by.
So Thelmaris squeezes past you and comes up to the front of
Chest
the door.
on chest.
You can now make it a religion check, and this is while everybody else is closing distance on all of you in the hallway at this point.
Nope. 7.
So you don't recognize that, but give me a sleight of hand and see if you can identify, or a perception roll, actually, because you're not actually breaking a trap right now. You're seeing if there is one. With a 13, you don't see a trap.
Okay. Is it locked?
There is a small section that is carved in the stone in a wedge shape. There's no twist or pull or anything like that. And you can push pull on it, but there's no mechanism. So as you kind of shove on it slightly, it just kind of twists and squeals open as it rotates into an open room. There's a chamber just within. As you step inside of it, you can see that it is an octagonal shape somewhat. And within that chamber, there are 2 other doors, one on the south side, one on the east side, and then there's a small hallway to your left leading down further. Inside of here, each one of these doors seems to have a carving on the interior as well as the exterior. So the door to the east and the door to the south, the one on the east seems to have some sort of armored man wearing a bucket helm with a right gauntlet painted black, and clutched with a set of shackles. The south door appears to have a carving of a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. He has skeletal hands, and there's a screaming human skull crushed in his fingers.
Oh, yeah, that makes me so happy. Which one looks more inviting?
What's going on?
There's a statue with a man with a black hand and shackles, and another statue with a person in a cowl and a screaming skull.
At this point, everybody is able to kind of filter into the room except for Whistle, who's still outside the first door.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll perception?
Sure. 14. With a 14, you recognize the door to the right, the east door, as having a carving of Bane, the evil god of tyranny. And the door to the
Bane.
south is Merkel. Valen, your ability
Merkel.
pings to the south and the east of you are undead.
There's some dead shit over here.
Yeah, Bane. Merkel. Is the other one Bale?
You're assuming Ball.
There is no
Yeah.
ball.
Ball.
That would be on the
Ball,
north
Bale.
door.
Whatever, it's not Diablo, okay.
As you
Okay.
turn and you look to the north, the door that Whistler is kind of blocking with their body, you can see that there is a depiction on it as well, and that one appears to be Ball. Powerfully built skull-headed man with long curved blades where his hands should be.
Dead 3, y'all.
And we came from the north, yes?
You came from the north.
Yeah.
That door
there's this
is,
empty-
it seems to be indicating that whatever's attached to that north door is under the purview of Ball.
Oh, lovely. So, do we want to go to the west then?
The
Where
west,
were them dead?
the west is a stairwell that seems to lead down into the darkness.
Which direction did I sense the one dead?
To the east and the south.
East and the south. Okay.
Mhm.
So towards the stairwell.
Yes. Well, away from the stairwell.
Wait, what?
West is the stairwell. East and south.
Just kidding. Never eat soggy waffles. Leave me alone.
Good thing he's our paladin.
Good thing.
Where do you guys want to go? There are undead to the east
You know,
and the
you
south.
could split up to cover more ground faster. There's 3 directions. There's 5 of you.
So
There's a
wait.
left
I see you
ball,
trying to
there's a
kill
right
us.
ball.
I would like to go away from the undead to the west. Down.
And I would like to not split the party, please.
Vilmaris wants to head to the west. Now we'll go back to the initiative tracker to determine where people go. Valen, it is your turn. You have made this question. You've asked people where they would like to go. What do you choose to do?
I am choosing to go
That way, huh?
to the west.
All right. You start moving down.
Freaking elves. Why are elves always trying to go to the west? It's like a thing.
Wow.
How very racist of you. All right.
Yes.
So Valen moves down the stairwell, slick and covered in muck, at the bottom of which there is a tapestry to your left. The back wall of this dry alcove is hung in a 5-foot with a 5-foot wide, 7-foot tall tapestry. It depicts a grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure, who is currently screaming in the image. As you get close to it, you notice that there is something on it. Give me a perception roll, please.
Got this. You don't.
I'm almost done.
11. Okay. It looks like it's covered a little bit in some mold itself. What do you do with the tapestry? Do you leave it alone? Do you try to check it out further? Do you go somewhere else?
I'm gonna wait till people come and look at it with me. I don't want to just go ham by myself.
Okay. So you just kind of wait there. So we're going to go down
Yes,
to
I
Vilmaris. Vilmaris,
Come check this tapestry, you guys.
And he's walked down the stairwell to the west and went and saw that there's a tapestry down there.
Oh. Do I get the sense there's something behind the tapestry?
Give me a perception roll.
I would love to. Love to. Jesus.
14.
14.
I will say that is a partial success. There does appear to be an object behind the tapestry. Like it's stuck out just enough from the wall that there's got to be something that's pushing it away from the wall. You're not sure what it is, though.
A curtain rod.
A curtain rod.
Okay. Then I guess back up
Okay.
to here.
Okay.
That's 30. And I'm just gonna toss a psychic dagger at it.
At the tapestry?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have walked backwards,
Past my head.
staring at the tapestry.
What else would one do?
You've walked backwards.
Oh, I guess this way.
All right. You've walked backwards, staring at the tapestry, leaving the room that you have not really explored yet behind you. Got it.
Yeah.
And then you throw a psychic dagger at the tapestry. Give me an attack roll.
I don't like your tone, Tyson.
I know. Someone sounds like they're trying to do something that involves hurting people. Sounds like you're a bad man.
Bad man.
25.
Bang! As your dagger sinks into the tapestry, the mold at the edges of the tapestry expands rapidly as you struck a creature that was behind it, causing it to explode into a rather virulent cloud of spores, filling a 10-foot
Jesus.
cube right where that's located at. It's only going to hit Valen. Valen, please give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 15. Suddenly, a burst of yellow spores go flying everywhere, and you start trying not to breathe them in. And that is a 10. Unfortunately, that's not great for you.
Oh, fuck.
As you now are going to be taking some damage from the poison. You take
Oh my
17
God!
points of damage as you
Hold
inhale
on,
this.
hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't I have a thing?
Do
You're
you have a
immune to
thing?
disease,
I mean, I think.
not poison.
Yeah, you're immune to disease.
I thought I was also to poison is like poisons as well.
No, that's something you get later as a
No.
paladin. You don't have it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Okay.
have inspiration, you might want to use it now, because that's a lot of
Okay.
damage.
I
Train yourself into a dwarf and you'll be fine.
yeah.
There you go.
I
There you
also
go.
I vote to allow Valen to use the other
inspiration?
party
Wow.
inspiration.
Wow, the fuck, Tom.
You want to use the inspiration to reroll your Constitution saving throw? You don't want to be poisoned for
Yes,
1 minute,
please.
taking 1d10 damage around for an entire minute.
Nope.
And I totally
Jesus.
meant to get an antidote because I have a bunch of poisons,
There
but
you
I
21! Excellent.
Oh
So
my God.
that's all the inspiration the party has. You're no longer going to suffocate
Actually,
from
hold
this.
on.
Mhm.
Don't I have my own inspiration?
You do, if you want to
I'll
use
just
that.
use my own so
There
that
you
the party
go.
has theirs. So I'll use my own.
Okay.
No.
Your inspiration
Noble
has been
paladin
used, so
move.
we still have one party inspiration. You kind of just stumble back, closing your nose as best you can, holding your arm up in front of your face, and like coughing as this stuff sprinkles around you. And the tapestry itself, you can see large like globules of this yellow mold sticking to the floor nearby. By the way, have I said how this second engagement is something that can TBK the party and how dangerous it is?
Yes.
Welcome
Yes.
to the Dungeon of the Dead 3. And
I'm gonna go.
With
a
that,
mimic.
Fulmaris, maybe tell me next time what you plan to do.
Didn't realize that was going to be mold. I thought it was some sort of other thing.
And you're all mad at me because I had a bath, saying I'm a random child, and you're throwing psychic daggers at tapestries.
Valen, as you
I didn't
turn
wake up
to
any
face
mold demons, did you
Thulmaris
guys?
and
Oh,
have,
God.
and have this discussion, you happen to notice right behind him there are 3 wooden beams bracing the ceiling of this chamber. It's completely flooded. There's a stone altar covered with entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot-tall steel mask cast in the form of a frowning human skull. And there is a rather torn apart humanoid bits all over the room, scattered across this altar. And with that visual, we come to the end of our episode for today. Next time on Hellriders, we will be delving deep into the Dungeon of the Dead 3 and seeing if our allies here come out the other side still alive. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you've had a good time. We're going to go around the table. We're going to say our farewells and give our thoughts about today's game. And then we'll just be shipping off until the next time we play, which might be sooner than you think or might be later than you think. I don't know. It depends on what happens with some scheduling here in the future. First one to go tonight is going to be Valen. Clint, you're up first. Give us your thoughts and tell us where we can see more of you if you happen to be out there.
Oh. I sometimes stream on Twitch. Clinked is my username. I play lots of League of Legends and or other games. And now I'm starting to do this, and I should probably stream with you guys and do this too, because that would be awesome. But I am enjoying this thoroughly. It's been a really last 2 exciting journeys as you're going along, you get other ones that are a little slow at first, and then you do some fun stuff, and that's what this has felt like, really fun. So thank you, and come watch next time.
Yes, next time we play, either a week from now or 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now. Whenever that happens, just keep an eye on the channel. Marquise, your turn.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marquise, sometimes known as Barty Time Online. I'm having a great time playing Thulmaris and being psychic. And also just making fun of the children. But you can catch me being Catboy Mega stuck in a video game on Ballad of the Seven Dice, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, as well as this channel. We're coming up on our finale pretty soon for our Masks game. And I haven't murdered anyone yet. And I'm sad.
You'll get there. We believe in you. Lowell, your turn.
My name's Lowell, handles Twinkle Toes. I don't do anything, don't look for me anywhere. Bennings is happy to have gotten a good bath, and now he's walking through a dark cave. That's his deal, pretty much. His butt's feeling much better. I know you were all concerned about that. And rest assured, I will get a commission of the Bennings in a 90. If any of you want to provide that, I will make Tyson look at it, despite his perversion for it for some reason. Anyway, thank you.
You mean aversion?
Perversion for it.
Aversion to it.
Tyson's made it clear if he's going to draw this 90, it needs to be erotic for some reason instead of funny. I'm for that too.
Have you seen any artwork Tyson has ever done?
I've seen all of it. He shows me
It
all the
all
time.
drips sex.
That's true.
I still think my character in our last season was probably the least attractive person he ever drew for artwork.
Good stuff.
All right, Brian, your turn. Now that you've put me
Everybody,
on
I'm
blast
Brian,
like that.
or Atomic Zero, or all the other fun things. I do TTRPG stuff. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Atomic Zero, which I haven't done anything in a very long time, but it's there. And it's TTV_Atomic Zero for everything else. But, yep. Is there anything else you want to do character-wise? I always remember the introduction or the outro, and then
What are your thoughts right now? Where we're at as we end?
I think was still just like, oh, well, I guess waiting my turn. Okay, this is weird that we found this place, and then all of a sudden it's just like, like coming from the other room. So it's gonna be like, don't go that way.
As Valen's like freaking out because he's like splashed in the face with poisonous spores. Whew. Yeah, that poison's ridiculous. Ness. Shannon, your turn.
That's me, Ness, Shannon, Blitzen Gamer, on stuff that I'm not on ever, but I've got social media out there. Just don't have the time. But come on by. What the fuck is happening? I mean, like you said, we were in a bathhouse, and now we're ball deep. To borrow from Miss Lark's comment in
No, you all bathed in ball water. That's
we
what
bathed in the
happened.
ball water. Yes. Well, I was borrowing from this part of it. I didn't want to completely steal it because it was good. But anyway, yeah, ball water, from bathing to ball water, whatever. And then, all of you guys are super fun to play with. I love that Ness is a child and then also can just, like, Mars can say that as much as he wants because I totally saved his ass and I will never let him forget that. So, again, by the way. So thank you all for having me in the party and for playing. And this is a great way to spend a Saturday.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy all of you individuals.
It is Saturday, right?
I think so. I think that's what
I think
day
so.
it is. I would, things just blend together so much recently. So, yeah. Nothing else to say, really. We're playing games. Come see more of them, and we'll see you later.
I missed one thing, though. So Tyson is a professional artist, and therefore he does commissions for art. So if you pay him, he must do whatever art you want him to do. So I just putting that out there in case anybody wants to like Venmo or something, or on behalf of Bennings Lowell over here getting his wish come true. He is a slave. Ty is a slave to money, as everyone is. So just saying, putting that out there.
You put that out there so dirty. I just have to say, I will not do everything for money. Just most things. Anyway.
Okay. For the right amount of money.
Okay.
I mean,
just about anything.
Come on.
Yeah,
everyone's got to pray.
So everybody, thank you again for watching.
Roll for OnlyFans.
Roll for OnlyFans. We will see you next time here on Roll for OnlyFans. Goodbye. Good night.